All right, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing this evening? All right, we got everything squared away. We had to do a full system restart. Running too many resources in the background. We're good to go now.
Chaos.
Mass chaos here. So I am not an audio-visual technical guy. Computers are not my thing. But with that being said, we got squared away with the help from Mr. Eric Anderson. We're just 2 minutes away from picking up action here tonight. From what I've seen, it looks like it's a pretty dang good game. And so definitely don't want... You know what? I'm going to give you guys a shit ton of points.
Absolutely.
Right, a shit ton.
I agree.
And if I get in trouble for saying that, I'm doing it. I'll give you guys like 10,000 points. Sorry, Eric. I'm on tilt right now. I'm on Cloudbot tilt. And I'm giving you guys 10,000 points. That's it. For all you DJs that are here in the chat, I usually don't curse on the air, but today I am. So I'm on tilt. But now I'm good. We're going to have good action tonight. Again, tonight's lineup includes Danny Marx, Carlos Cortez, Chris Cashman, Assassin, AJ Nimer, JD. Did I say Danny Marx again? Paolo, and I believe JWin. Just kidding. Not believe. JWin here. So I greatly apologize. I know we had about 45 viewers in the chat. Hopefully we get all of you guys back. Got everything squared away here. Less than 30 seconds here. We're going to go straight to the live stream.
It looks like I already got about half the viewers back. So
yeah, I got a little bit more than half the viewers back. Got Lego, Frank, TLS, Doug, Rosie, RV Phil. RV Phil, when I see that tournaments are so sick sometimes, I'm assuming that's no bueno for you. So the main
usually
starts
what that means.
All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got BK in the box. Stacy and a couple others helping run Action Track on the production side. I'm here on the inside of the booth commentating Mr. Chris Larkin.
Dude, Maestro at your service.
Lego, what are you talking about? Larkin's been crushing it, man. So good luck to you and congratulations.
He is slightly right. I have, as far as Poker House is concerned, I've been commentating more than playing here the last few weeks.
Yeah, so there's a couple big hands earlier. I think we're going to be able to see some of the cumulative wins and losses. So
that would be nice.
Oh man, busted 4 from the bubble. See, Phil, if you would have came and played here tonight, you wouldn't have to worry about busting out on tournaments. Had a seat.
There you go.
All right, JD here currently with the best. Yeah, looks like he's going to win here. Yep. Flopping top pair. Let's see if he's going to go for value here. He's going to check. Maybe allow Danny to take a stab at it here. About 40% pot. Tomorrow night, Mark, I may have a seat for you tomorrow. All right, now with Danny rearing some showdown value. Doesn't need to bluff it anymore. JD taking down this pot. If Eddie will give me a seat, what are you talking about?
He's going to ask permission, it says.
Yeah, I got Moneymaker, Bridge Mike, Sam Nimer, Anthony Nguyen's going to be new to the live stream. The boy, Luis, NFG, Jason Cotton, and Carlos Cortez. I do have a 9th player who has not confirmed, hasn't responded. And if I don't hear from him by tomorrow, Mark, you should just go ahead and get permission right now. And I'll just go ahead and save you a seat, sir.
Just make the assumption.
Just make the assumption that a seat is going to open. You tripled up. Okay. Well, good luck. Okay. What level are you on? How many chips do you have? And what are the blinds? All right. Assassin here under the gun. No straddle.
Yes, I know Texas card, right?
Probably going to.
And Cashman showed up while we were having our technical difficulties.
Yeah, he did.
He wasn't sitting there earlier.
Oh, I thought you didn't, bro. Okay. Good job, Phil. Oh, Paolo here with queens in the cutoff after a limp from Assassin. Under the gun with ace-10 suited. Assassin's definitely going to call here with suited Broadway cards. Interesting limp, though. Definitely a hand that's strong enough to open up.
Yeah, limp into suited Broadway. It's
good flop for him, though.
Not a common play, but it does allow him to defend to those raises and 3-bets potentially.
Yeah, definitely going to be c-betting range here on ace-king-king board. With pocket queens, this is probably the worst flop you could see, but he's going to probably c-bet here to try to represent either ace or king. 4 of clubs, pretty much a brick on the turn. It's going to probably go check maybe. See if Paolo's going to double barrel here. It's going to check back. Yeah, and when Assassin calls that flop bet, it's pretty decent likelihood that he's got an ace, or some hand that has some showdown value.
But that check on that turn might allow him to get away with something here. Just
Assassin going to be taking down that pot, a little small pot. Mark, it better not have frozen again because it's not. It's showing up on my end. If it froze again, I'm breaking everything in this booth. I'm breaking everything in this booth.
We repair 2 freezes, not 3.
Yeah.
The third one, we're done.
Yeah, third one,
I just go ahead and drive up to Choctaw and hit the bar. If I have.
I'm supposed to work tomorrow and run the stream, so I'm just not going to work tomorrow. I'm just going to cancel the stream. No. I think I'm going to try to troubleshoot a little bit post-stream. So Carlos, before stream, was telling us of a little cool situation that he won a case against somebody and they wouldn't. It ain't frozen Lego. I'm about to block you. Now's not the time to troll me.
Let it go. Let it go.
I'll be fine in about 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, I'm fine. All right, Danny Marks in the small blind with ace-9 offsuit. Okay, get it open from JD in the cutoff with 10-9 offsuit. Assassin here in the big blind with king-queen suited. I wonder if he's going to come in for a 3-bet. It's a good candidate. 3-bet with blocking a lot of big hands that JD could have. Pocket kings, pocket queens, ace-king, ace-queen. Just going to make the call here. Surprising flat call, cold call. Thanks, Kim. If y'all read that text message between me and Kim and some other places, I'd probably get fired. All right, Assassin here, still with the best hand with just king high. Totally bricks that board. Now, JD was the original opener, 10 of hearts. All right, AJ now with the nut flush draw along with a Broadway draw to the river. Assassin's probably going to take a stab here. Oh, he has the best hand. I'm sorry. He just turned Broadway.
He's got Broadway.
I was looking at the 4-color deck, Kim, so.
The thing is, it's a weird spot where you have Broadway, but any bet, the only thing you're going to fold out are things you're already beating at the moment.
Yeah. Rosie, you're going to get banned, too.
You're only getting paid by the one thing you hate to see, which is that flush draw.
Yeah, it's the heart right here. So 8 of diamonds.
Okay.
It brings him, 4 liners to straight, 9.
Yeah, that might embolden him to seek a little more value. Not going to happen, but
let's see what Assassin's going to do here.
Curious to see his bet sizing either way.
Bet for value. Check and give your opponent an opportunity to stab at it. Now, you really don't want this hand to check through. Let's see what side you can use.
Really
1475.
I like it.
3/4 bet, pot bet.
Pretty much impossible for anything other than a made king high flush to raise you on.
Yeah. So the technical issues we had 2 technical issues. One, I was told the internet actually went out in the room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was part of it, which is the Streamlabs, which makes sense because of the GFX was still running. Internet's back on now, and then come the computer resources here just being overloaded. So I went and I talked to management very sternly, not yelling at them, just just like expressing my concerns, and I got approval for a new computer very quickly on the spot.
All I know is when Tiny and I are in the booth and we keep the amount of money on the table to a minimum, everything runs smooth.
Yeah, so good God, I'm getting it.
You start bringing in the names, and it all starts falling apart.
People were just mucking their nib buttons. Like, they weren't showing. I'll keep the nib buttons. Keep the nib buttons. Just like throwing a hand. One time, yeah. They have twice. Mooney and...
Again, currently we're going to go 8-handed until Mr. Dong himself gets here in about an hour. Thanks, Kim. Love you too. Yeah, so we were going to start, we're going to continue this game 8-handed until Dong gets here about 8. He's going to text me when he's on his way. So, again, Thursday special, deep stack, high stakes. Now, I know some of you viewers in their chat are thinking high stakes is not 10 1/4. This is Texas, and Dong is going to be here. And JD's here. JWin's here. It's high stakes.
It's high stakes.
It's not your 100, 200, 204 that you see at the lodge, but it's still pretty high stakes. So we're doing the flip now.
I guess officially it's considered mid stakes, but
yep.
We're gonna need everybody's cards again.
Oh, no. I got
Yeah, so we're squaring up the flip here. $100 flip.
That's the king for your cards on the bottom. So you make face up. I feel like the flip should have
Give me a royal flush draw. Once. Look at this. And then hit it. Oh, straight flush. There you go.
All right, here we go.
that is a dry board.
So since we're doing a flip right here, Chris, you ready for this weekend main event?
I am.
Good for you. I know you've been playing well. You've been studying, so
I've always felt like my my game is good for that. Those types of events and those formats. I've been trying to build my bankroll legitimately up to that point, and hadn't quite gotten there before. So the satellite win was important for giving me that chance this year.
What was the buy for the satellite? There was an add-on or something like that, right?
Well, we did the one that was just a straight 300.
Okay.
So they have their super ones that are advertised as 130, but realistically it's more like 430 by the time you
do the add-ons.
Do all the craziness to get there.
Yeah, someone was telling me about the add-ons, and I was just like, I did the satellite for the WSOP satellite where I satellite into the main, but it wasn't the WPT. And the other one didn't. It was just a straight.
I did one of them for the circuit with all the add-ons.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
I didn't do any of the add-on ones. So the ones they were just a straight like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. ones. I was telling you that was the one that was the night of the classic where I ran deep in the classic, and I tried to bust out of the classic because there was 5 people on and it was they were guaranteeing a seat, and at that point in time they didn't have enough. There's a quote unquote overlay right on the main event seat, and so I was like, let me try to bust that right quick because the ICM jump was like $30, right? And so I was like, I was short stack, and I just in the cutoff I think I had like ace 9 suited, and I just rip it, and the guy snap called me in the big blind with 10s, and I was like, no ace, no ace, no ace, and I river ace, and I was like, well now I have 21 big blinds, so now I gotta play. Now I gotta play.
Yeah, we. I mean, even that satellite, it only ended up having about 1.5 in the prize pool. So there was no overlay, but it's not like there was a whole bunch of extra seats to give away either. Now I know JWin's going up and playing.
Yeah,
as well. Danny Marks going up.
Yes, he is. So he was actually
so.
He was actually a fill-in tonight. We had some people that were not able to make it today. And so I text him at 11. He's like, hey, let me know if I have a seat because I'll go up tomorrow instead of tonight. I said, okay. Made a couple confirmation texts, and he's in. So
excellent.
I think Carlos is up because I don't remember him buying in for – I remember him buying in for 10K.
He's got a nice stack of purple chips there.
Yeah, I like this 3-bet here by JWin. Yeah, range bet here on this board. Now, if you're Carlos, you floating here with the overcard and backdoor diamonds?
I think I might, especially with the 7 functioning as a blocker to 8-7.
Yeah, blocking some straights.
One of the hands I've learned to really look for in these situations are the ones that are blocking the lower paired cards on these types of boards.
Definitely.
So something like an ace-4 becomes seriously powerful, or even a 4-5, oddly enough.
Let's see. JWin's hand here really doesn't have a ton of showdown value, so let's see if he's going to just continue to bluff at this hand with just 10 high, no draws with except 7.
One
he's
gutter, yeah.
Yeah, and he's got, and it's only really 2 7s, right? Because he doesn't have like the greatest clean outs, right? So
yeah, I think he might be done with his hand actually, unless he picks up some kind of a read. And he may have gotten that.
yeah, when he gets checked, he knows that his hand doesn't have any showdown value. Get a little block bet here, about 800 and 900.
2 missed flush draws out there though.
Yeah,
They get the easy
Carlos, I
folds.
think.
Yep, he gets the auto folds. He unblocks both
Yeah.
flush draws. So auto fold.
Yeah, I think if Carlos had like some milling pair there, like 6s, so it was a 3-3-8 6 board, right? There's 6 on the board.
Yes.
So if he had like 7s, 5s, 9s, I think he's potentially calling there based off that.
I think so. I think that bet was intended to do exactly what it did: fold out any flush draws, of which there would have made up a large percentage of the range by that point.
You got Marcus McCarty cheering on JWin. Got a lot of JWin viewers in the chat. Again, thanks to him for coming up, making the stop.
Yeah, for those viewers that are popping in for JWin, we apologize again for the technical difficulties earlier. Glad you found your way back to us.
I always say that if you have tech difficulties, it's better to have it at the beginning.
I agree.
Because usually, like you're the people that are your normal people tune in, they'll retune back in. But if you get new viewers and stuff like that, it's tough to keep a hold of them. So got it squared away. Looks like everything is good here. AJ is gonna make the call out of the big blind, opposite not to 3-bet his hand.
He was not closing the action. Did have a straddle behind him. Got the only spade out of these players though, and it's the one you want. And very quickly, Carlos and JD are just wondering what are they doing in this one. Gold Train in there collecting the phones. Good move.
Yeah, Michael Coltrane's going to be with us for at least a few more weeks, maybe towards it for the rest of the month. Been helping us out here with the live stream, been helping us out with the tournament. So, again, thanks for tuning in this Thursday special live stream. 10-25-25, Big Blind Ante. Uncapped. I think the smallest buy-in was Danny at 5K. Most players buying in for 10K plus. Danny here with 3s. Going to get a decent price to set mine in position.
Yeah, that price, these stacks,
Yeah,
all day long.
Everybody's relatively deep with the exception of Danny.
We actually haven't seen a lot of 3-bet, 4-bet action yet.
This is interesting. On a lot of other streams, you know, this is a hand that AJ's 3-betting. Especially, you know, ace queen. He had ace where he didn't 3-bet. Does flop top 2 here.
He does.
Kind of a wet board here. He's going to lead out on this flop, unblocking diamonds.
Interesting possibilities for JD. Got the bottom pair, but with the backdoor flush draw.
Mark, get permission. Yeah, JD. I wonder if JD's gonna. Oh, he's gonna raise here. Interesting. I wonder if AJ's gonna come in with the 3-bet. Yeah, it looks like he's grabbing re-raising chips here.
Like the 90s rap video, it's like everybody was just rocking the
And JD, you know, backdoor spade draws, blocking straights. You know,
Yeah, he's got some stuff working for him. He could take that shot with that raise, potentially push out some jacks or some other draws. That,
yeah. And AJ definitely under-repped his hand pre-flop by not 3-betting out of position. So,
yeah, unfortunately for JD, AJ just has one of those hands that's not going anywhere.
Yep.
So
I think JD's going to just lay it down, tank fold here, Hollywooding a bit.
he raised. He got his information right here. Got his answer.
He looks like he wants to do something, though.
I'd like to have a lot more than King 9 here, though.
Yeah. If you had the hand like...
Even King 10 of spades.
Yeah.
To add the gut shot in with...
backdoor, yeah.
With the flush draw.
Yeah, he's going to make the fold here. AJ pick up a nice little pot. And what I'll probably do once we get to certain hand, I'll pull up the stats for a little bit, and then I'll close them just to make sure.
Just in case.
Just in case. So,
we don't know what's setting it off tonight,
Yeah.
so we're going to be very careful on anything that we bring up.
I'm hoping it was mostly internet issues versus the software, because we haven't been having software issues lately, and we haven't been having issues with Streamlabs. So today was kind of a one-off.
Yeah, and I know the people out there didn't see what we were seeing, which is that everything appeared to be running perfectly fine.
Yeah, so
It was just the YouTube connection,
so
getting it out there to the world that didn't seem to be working properly. Everything in here was recording hands, rolling right along.
well, maybe if you want to come play cash next week or refill, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Have a
He
big.
loves tourneys from 70K to 300K in less than 30 minutes.
What are the blinds right
Hey,
now, Phil?
you know what? You can do that in cash.
Yeah, you can do that.
just got to be rolled for it.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in again this Thursday evening. Eddie, the Asian sensation, in the booth, now off tilt officially.
All right.
Yeah, Chris and Dude Maestro Larkin in the booth. We got a 3-man crew out there rotating between Action Tracker and dealing. I got BK, Stacy, and Benny. Also, Mike Coltrane kind of floating, helping out between the tournaments and the live stream.
He was not happy. I think he was actually not. No, he was. I've never seen it.
Please like and subscribe
Yep.
stream if you have not already. Only takes a moment. Just close out that live chat, hit the thumbs up button, and come right back into the live chat. You know, I never gambled that extra 10,000 points you gave away.
Yeah, I definitely gave away more than I normally do. That was a tilt giveaway. Now, interesting here. Okay.
Is this
time
the
he's
third time we've seen AJ with an AJ?
Yeah, this time he is electing to 3-bet. This time in position.
In position with the offsuit variety.
Yeah, it's going to take this pot down. Didn't 3-bet out of position with ace queen offsuit. Did not 3-bet with ace jack suited out of position. This time with ace jack offsuit in position, electing to 3-bet that hand. So mixing up his play a little bit again. A lot of these players, obviously from the DFW era, with the exception of JWin, on his way to Choctaw. So a lot of these players are either between live streams and high stakes, have some familiarity with each other. So, okay, 2K, 4K, that's solid. If you have 300K, that's like 85 big blinds, 88.
Well, what did you say the blinds are at?
244.
Oh, nice.
Phil, this
More
is for
than enough.
This is for the 1100, right?
Yeah, that looks like a really nice event. I remember looking at that structure, but the days didn't line up very well.
Yeah.
And, there's a little something for everyone this weekend, isn't there?
Yeah.
Around town.
Choctaw main event. TCH's
their social thing.
Yeah. What's it, $400, 250K guarantee?
And this 1100 one is a multi, so 3 multi-flight events at 3 different pay levels.
Right.
Or buy-in levels. A little something for everyone in the tournament front this weekend.
Yeah, and Danny here just going to lay that hand down with just ace high.
It's about time to get another good one to Poker House, I think. What do you think?
Yes. In talks.
It's a joke, but
I think what was
I mean,
it?
someone's got to knock Eddie the Asian Sensation off the title.
One of these days, one of these days I'll play a multi-flight tournament. It's tough right now with just the live stream and whatnot. So now we're getting these dealers trained on Action Tracker, and then getting some new people trained on tournament. I may be able to take it down, but by the time Eric gets back from Minnesota, I'll work 16 days in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, I just realized that. I was like,
so he gets Tuesdays off, but not you.
The past 2 Tuesdays, I usually get Tuesday off, but I moved PLO to Tuesday, and then Katie's game yesterday, and then tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday.
Sounds like you could use a day.
It's all right. But I'm going to use that day really well. I'm going to use that day really well. Danny Marks here, going to 3-bet Ace King offsuit.
And AJ with AJ again.
Yeah. I think he's got a call, though, just because.
This is getting ridiculous, though.
Danny here flopping top pair, top kicker.
Very dry board.
Very dry board. I wonder if he's going to, yeah, he's going to see bet, but see it small. 500. I like the sizing here.
Yeah, I like
just over a quarter, about 30% pot. AJ here is going to just call here with this ace high. 4 spades, a relative brick. Backdoor spade draw coming in now. What's up, T? Thanks for the comment. All right, I think he's just going to check back here. He's going to give a little bit of rope.
Danny in the blind can, I mean, yeah, he's got the king, but he could represent these 4s things as well. He could really go for it.
Look for him to bet here. Let's see what sizing he's going to go with, though. 1,200 to 1,600. I don't know if he's going to go big. Maybe, oh wow. Well, he overbet
okay, well,
pot.
I didn't expect that.
He is overbetting pot. So SPR was about 1.2, 1.3 to 1.
Wow.
Maybe try to target like 9s. Well, not pocket 9s because it'd be a full house and he would snap
I'm watching and learning on this one because that's a bold move. I don't think I would have found the overbet jam here.
Not much worse is going to be calling you here.
Yeah, he's thinking about it, or is he just showing it?
Yeah, it's just a little bit of Hollywood there. All right, nice little pickup for Danny. Going to push him up nearly to 6,500.
That's interesting. I would have expected a sizing looking for the call there.
Yeah. After this hand, I'm going to cross my fingers.
Maybe not allowing for the ability for
I think he was hoping
AJ to represent a raise and act. And
yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I wonder if he was checking back turn to see if AJ would take a stab and he's just going to come in for the re-rip. Was maybe his kind of line of thinking there.
I mean, yeah, even a worse king is going to have a lot of trouble finding the call there.
Let's see what JWin's going to do. If he's going to raise, he's just going to call him the button position and suited Broadway cards. He's going to come in with a re-raise. You know, at this level, you'll see a lot of these 3-bets with these suited Broadway cards. You know, at the lower levels, 1, 2, sometimes at 2, 5, you see people just kind of like cold call. But again, those hands function really well because you're blocking a lot of your portion of your opponent's range there. So best hands.
Absolutely.
Let's see if JD is going to come in for a call. He's going to lay it down. All right, let's take a look at some of these stats right now. JWin got 5 players above the 6 players above the 10K mark.
I think we determined he added on at one point, though, didn't we?
Who's this?
JWin,
Yeah.
didn't we determine that earlier?
He bought in for 10, lost a hand. I think he probably tacked on another 5K. Let's take at least cumulative wins and losses so far.
Hopefully these are right.
Yep. They look pretty close. Yeah, so it seems approximately correct. Carlos, the big winner so far, about a little Hour and a half into the stream here.
Nothing wrong with 150 big blinds in an hour and a half.
Now again, the bigger you play, the higher the variance is. So JWin here, pocket pair. You're seeing with the big blind ante, what's kind of like people's opening sizes are slightly smaller.
Definitely shifts the game a bit, and something tournament savvy players are comfortable with.
Yeah.
A lot of cash game players, I could see having issues adjusting properly for that, and opening up their ranges a bit.
Yeah, and with 8-handed, sometimes you think you can open up your ranges a little bit. Not really 8-handed, maybe like your 6-hand, you can like open up ranges a little bit. But you know, like button cutoff is still button cutoff, whether it's 6-handed or.
But you throw that ante in there, and then you add on a straddle, and suddenly there's a large incentive to get in there with a wider range.
AJ here turning top pair. AJ didn't realize he had. I think he had played with JWin at Borgata because JWin's from that neck of the woods. So.
Yeah, the New York comes out of him anytime he says the word New York. If you ever have a conversation with him, the accent comes in for just those words. And I'm not going to attempt to impersonate it here on the mic.
So how did you develop a relationship? Did I tell you how I ended up becoming friends kind of with JWin?
You?
Yeah.
No, not really.
All right, so kind of happened at Choctaw last November. No, January. It was January. Yeah, I went up there for a few events. I've been trying to get him because he had.
Well, that was the one that
Steven ran really well, and then you were up there.
I texted him
Yeah,
he said no to coming down here for a stream at first, and then
Jose
Montez.
Yeah.
That's right. He swooped in and
Jose was
did a better job convincing JWin than I did.
Jose is like, "Hey, do you have a seat for the night stream?" I was like, "It depends who it's for." He's like, "My buddy JWin." I'm like, "From the Lodge of Poker?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Dude, I already texted him. He said he wouldn't want to come." He's like, "Hold on." Then I get a phone call from JWin. He's like, "Hey, I just got off the phone with Jose, and he says I need to come play your stream. So you got a seat open?" I'm like, "Yes." And actually, I was scrambling to find a seat, so I find a player.
Yeah, I've got the open channel of communication, but clearly Jose has the pool.
Yeah. Well, they're from the New York area, so they're both in the Bronx. AJ here going to double barrel his gutter. Going to get Carlos to fold the best hand, who had ace high here. We're about 31 hands in so far. Just a pinch under 2 hours.
We got some viewers trickling into the stream.
Yeah. I think
little by little.
With some of the tech issues happening, so figured we'd lose some, but
it's a Thursday night, so glad to have everyone here that can make it.
Yeah, and thanks to you, Chris, for coming in. I texted you and I was like, I think I can get you to come.
It's my Friday night.
It's your Friday night, but I was like, I mean, it's also extra incentive that JWin's here, and I was like, I think that would convince you a little more if I threw that in there. So
yeah, I knew he was coming up here already.
Oh, to play?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you knew that or not.
I think he was the first person I mentioned it to when I won the Satellite 2 for the main event.
Nice.
And see you next weekend. Yeah, you were mentioning Steven earlier, and I know he's still working with him.
Yep.
And Steven can't stop talking about it. How much his game has improved.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid, man. 19 years old. I don't even think he's 19. I think he's still 18. Well, I'm theoretically old enough to be his dad. You are too.
He needs to have some birthdays.
Yeah.
All right. That way we can celebrate appropriately the next time he makes a run like that.
So check here from JD after raising pre-flop. Cashman here on the button, gonna just bet after getting checked to with ace-10 of diamonds, 2 overs, and backdoor diamonds. Gonna take this pot down. Now, with this table being very, very competent, right, I don't see a ton of chips slinging back and forth, so.
No, there's not really much in the way of soft spots here.
Yeah. And this was not the original lineup. So OFC wasn't available to make it. A couple other players that I reached out to just weren't able to. It's actually cold back here. The one day it's actually chilly in here. I don't bring my coat in here. Cashman here. Make it $1.50. Carl's just going to call the small blind. Definitely could have used that hand. If you're going to play that, I think that hand functions better as a 3-bet than to just call out of position.
Yeah, I don't like hands like that, flatting in the small blind. It almost never puts you in a comfortable spot.
Yeah, and generally speaking, if you're going to be playing for the small blind, unless you're like looking to set mine, right? You generally want to implement like a 3-bet / raise or fold. Generally.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Of course, the catch with only doing that for set mining is your range gets pretty narrowly defined when you do it.
Yeah, if you have like a raise and a call and then you're in the small blind or something like that, then you can definitely call it, like just cold calling out of the small blind, try to set mine. Or if you like limp, like out of position, you like limp call a raise, try, when you get a bunch of callers. So
I would think that even if you wanted to balance those small pairs in the small blind, that you'd want to do it with hands that have a bit more of a kind of like a nut draw equity to them, as opposed to a queen jack off.
Yep. One of my favorite hands to play, especially out of position, is like 6-7 suited, 7-8 suited. I like to raise those hands. I like to 3-bet those hands on occasion for board coverage, because if you can represent a lot of hands on high boards, but then when you hit a small, it's a low board, like straight draws, flush draws, like 2 pairs.
8-7 in particular is a good one. It occasionally 9-8, 10-9 run into some other stuff. The 8-7 is just enough removed from those Broadway cards that it covers that board. It doesn't interfere with a whole lot, and it tends to be the upper end of the low boards.
Yeah, and you see there, Paolo, this hand, he had queen jack offsuit of the small blind, actually 3 bets out of position to an open from Carlos using that. So that just goes to show, the kind of like the level of thinking that some of these players are. Now, Paolo had a chance to hang out with Carlos. I had a chance to hang out with Paolo at Carlos's house a couple Sundays ago. Cool guy. Talked about, who was it? It was me, Sean, Moneymaker, Kim Hayden. A bunch of us went over to Carlos's, had like a little Sunday pool party.
That sounds like a dangerous group to play poker with.
No, we weren't playing poker though. It was
a good thing.
It was mojitos and pool in the hot tub pool, and steaks.
That sounds plus EV.
Definitely plus EV. All right, JWin here, definitely going to be raising out of the big blind here. Let's see what size he's going to go with here. 600 to 800.
$650, I think.
Yep, 650, good sizing. That's a strong 3-bet, because from a +1 open, generally speaking, your range is a little more narrow than it is compared to like the hijack cutoff on button.
It's a strong range to begin with. You're fighting back at it. Now he's out of position, so he went ahead and bumped it up to like a 4X.
OC was there. Mark was there. We had a good time, man. We talked, believe it or not, at least the majority of our conversations were not poker related. We definitely had some mojitos. Well, I did, at least. We called them the moneymaker mojitos. So, his drunk tank story. Yes, that was the greatest. I need to get OFC in here. I don't want to tell the story because I don't want to tell his business, but it was the greatest story ever. AJ here with middle position with queen's going to open. And not too many straddles tonight, so I was hoping to just making. So I was debating whether or not to make this 25-50 with a 50 big blind ante, or making it 10-25 with a 25 big blind ante to kind of force some straddles. So
yeah, we've seen some single straddles. We haven't seen any double straddles, I don't think, to this point.
Mark, that story was so funny. Look at this. Oh wow! Flopping top set. I wonder if he's going to check back here. Yeah, he's going to check back here. Does bring in the spade draw. Now, JWin has all the spades here. He has all the flush draws.
Yeah, being in the blinds.
Yeah.
He's got a lot more flushes in his range.
What if he's going to go big here? 450? 525? 80% pot. Yeah, JWin just probably just going to fold here.
Yeah, I don't believe this is a spot he's going to look anything up. He's going to take a few moments and process it.
He's either going to fold or raise. Like, this is not, you're just not going to call it. You're either folding or raising in this spot. Try to turn your hand into a bluff.
You ever find yourself in these spots and you're thinking about whether to do that, and then at some point it triggers in your brain that you've now thought about it too long, and if you had the flush, you wouldn't have taken this long to make your move?
No, so I did that the other day. I hope Kim's not listening. She's like,
oh, she is.
She's like, don't bluff at 1-2, and I was like, this is a really good board to bluff at. And I actually thought I could get. So her philosophy.
Sometimes you can.
Yeah. So for the record, her philosophy is like, if you don't think your bluff's going to get through, don't do it. And I was like, okay. So just for the record, Kim, if you're listening, I thought my bluff was going to get. I thought my check raise double barrel was going to get through. It did not, because he ripped it on me on the turn.
Line.
Yeah. I check raise the flop. Because I'm like, quote unquote, blocking all this stuff. I'm blocking straights and blocking, blah, 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 right?
Right.
And so I'm blocking, I was blocking like the nut flush, and I was blocking like a big draw. So I check raise flop, and I barrel on the turn like 2/3 pot, and then he just re-rips it on me, and I'm like, okay, I'm folding, I give up.
Sometimes they just have that one hand that can call you.
Yeah. Are they playing the 7 deuce game?
I sure hope so.
I'm going to check now. Yeah, 8-10. I can definitely feel myself about the punt, and I'm like, God, this is such a good board. It's a really good board.
So, I'm not sure who was talking on here, but someone's talking about being a losing 1-2 player. I don't need to hear the rest of that.
Yeah. Everyone 3 ways to this flop. Interesting flop here. Middle pair for AJ. I think he's gonna have to barrel.
Absolutely. He's going to play it stronger than Assassin will.
Yeah.
And he does have the diamond.
Yeah.
It might be the deuce, but it is a diamond.
Carlos here with 4. It's probably just going to check back here. There's some relative showdown value here. Let's see what's going to happen on this turn card. Checks through 8.
Oh.
4 liner to a straight. No one with a 5 in their hand, though. Or a 10. So... All right, AJ.
But this board is just all kinds of ugly for everyone.
This is, as Eminem said, this is your one opportunity right here. 325, 350, half pot. Well, let's see. If he shows it, then they're playing the 7 deuce game. Let's see. Oh, so they're not playing it. Are they? Oh, they are playing it. Okay, no, they're not playing it.
I don't think so. No one threw anything.
All right, 61
viewers. Did you get the fault from the King 7, though?
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's up to 61 viewers here at Poker House Live. Special Thursday 10 quarter big blind ante featuring JWin from Poker Coaching and the Lodge. On his way up from Choctaw, we got Danny Marks in the 1 seat, Assassin in the 2 seat, Chris Cashman in the 3 seat. AJ Nimer in the 4 seat, Carlos Cortez in the 5 seat, Paolo in the 6 seat, JD in the 7 seat, and there's Mr. JWin himself in the 9 seat. Again, saving that seat, that 8 seat for Mr. Dong. He should be here within the next 30, 45 minutes or so.
And we've got Stacy in the box.
Miss Stacy in the box. All right, just got a text from Dong. ETA 7:58 p.m.
That's very precise.
Yeah, I mean, he literally
must have gotten that right off of his Google Maps or his Waze or something there.
Are you in Vegas yet?
Who you talking
J-Rock? It's J-Rock.
Ah.
I was teasing him because he had a good night last night. And I was like, hey, you had a good night last night. You know, maybe you should try to like parlay in it 2 nights in a row.
There you go.
It's like his wife would kill him. And I'm like, that's why I'm divorced. So, touche. Thanks for J-Rock for tuning in.
So at those moments, that's when the gambler comes out.
Carlos coming for the raise. Oh, I would love to see him just raise there. He would have got so many players out with jacks. And the thing is, playing with jacks out of position with like exact. Oh,
well, it's going to work out for him.
It's going to work out very well for him.
But yeah, yeah, I don't.
All right.
I don't like taking that
check
option
around
there.
here. All right, Carlos here. Now this brings in some straight draws, some flush draws. You know, Carlos is gonna have to bet to build the pot. Yeah,
he can't wait.
Bet to build the pot, A, and B to try to deny some potential equity. So Paolo's gonna at least make the call here. Yeah, JWin's out, Danny's out. It's gonna go heads up to the river now. Really bad a river card for Carlos. At this point now, with a set of jacks, just has a bluff catcher. Oh, he's going to barrel here. Now, Paolo with 2 pair. That's a really small. I actually like that sizing, 1,000 to 1,800. It's a pretty good price, 2 pair here. And what's Carlos betting on the turn, right? King what? King, queen. Oh, he says you got it, and then with the slow roll. Oh, he thought he actually lost what he called. J-Rock, how long are you in Vegas for?
I think a king would have raised there, not called.
That's true. Yeah, that's a very, very good point. A king would have definitely raised there. No flushes got there, right? I know there was a spade draw on the turn.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
Broadway was it. And they're pointing that out right now.
Yeah.
He would have raised if he had that.
J-Rock, what are you going to Vegas for? Just to DJ? Where are you staying? Is it for quote-unquote work? I'm just kidding. Four nights, nice. So that means you're available next week for next week's stream.
Oh, you're always planning. Always planning. I'm just going to let you know now I'm unavailable for about a week and a half at the start of July.
No worries.
I'll be in Vegas.
I'm trying to figure out what events I'm gonna play. Because I want to go out there for like 10 days.
I'll be going 29th through the 10th.
Paolo
With potential of staying an extra day or two if I can get a deep run in Event 77, the Lucky Sevens.
I love the Win's actually my favorite. One of my favorite poker rooms out there. Resorts World is a close second now. I think between the Aria and the Win, they have the best like 2-5, 5-10 action out there.
I get wrecked at the Aria. I think I'm just going to stick with the other rooms for cash.
Well, look at this flop here.
I don't know
Paolo here with top pair, gutter to a straight, second nut flush draw, assassin here with the middle pair, ace of hearts. Could be fireworks if a heart comes out on the river.
Absolutely.
All right. 1,200 into pot, about 45% pot. I don't see Assassin folding with a drop to the nut flush.
No.
It would be very tough for him to fold
Second
there.
pair with the nut draw, there's just...
I like the... Jared,
and at this sizing, you're along for the ride.
Yeah. Especially when you're drawing to the nuts.
I was going to say, you could even potentially push it. Yeah.
And does raise there.
Raise is not a bad move.
Yeah, you think he's blocking nut flushes, he's blocking Broadway draws.
And now in this case, he's against a king-queen with the queen of hearts, but a lot of other kings you could push out right here. And currently all you've got is a pair of jacks, so that's a win if you can do that.
Yeah, Paolo's going to make the call here. Probably putting him on the type of hand he exactly has right now.
I mean, that's going to work against a lot of the range.
Uh-oh.
And there it is.
I think you can see a big... He's going to try to probably target. This is a really interesting spot.
Pot's 8,900. He's got less than a pot behind.
You go big here. You go medium. You definitely don't want to go small.
But
you potentially lose a 55% pot. 55, 56. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So SPR is like 0.8. So I like the all-in jam here. And Paolo's like, man, the only thing that's beating me is the ace of hearts. And like...
And now he's asking, does an ace of hearts really jam here? Or does it go smaller for value?
Yeah.
And that's
and Paolo's exactly what Paolo's thinking right now. And he hates his life right now.
I've been in this spot so many times, and this is what I seem to get 50-50.
Paolo,
it's like, does the ace of hearts really do this? And then you make the call and you go, oh, I guess it does.
And Paolo, like, I've watched him play here, TCH, and you don't see him go, oh, that's a next level fold there. Show the jack of diamonds. He's going to show the jack of diamonds. Did he show? I don't know what card he showed.
I think he did show.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I was like,
Well, the raise set up the shove.
Yep.
And the raise had the potential to work on its own. So, nice play.
I wonder what. See, sometimes okay, this is a weird like, and that's a spot like with the queen high flush. With the queen high flush, you could potentially like block bet there. You know, these spots.
Yeah, because if you get raised, then you know you're
yeah. And even if he's bluffing, you're just like good bluff, right? Because like, you know, could have used a block bet. I think he was hoping maybe he was going to bet like, you know, half pot maybe. So there was like 8K in there, right? 8,500 or something like that, and he bets like 70. Reps his stack about 70. Yeah, so SPR is about 0.85, 0.9.
I mean, the only other thing he could have done was go really tiny.
Yeah.
And but I mean, with the size of that pot, I mean, really tiny, he's still a couple grand.
Yeah, Jay.
And you could be raking that into your stack. Getting a call.
All right, we're going 4 ways to this flop. JWin going to be in a world of trouble. Ace 5 something on the board. Ace 5 8.
Oh God, you're a sick man.
Better board for JD and JWin than it is actually for all the blinds in the straddle.
There it is.
There is the set. Does bring in some backdoor equity.
Danny's got a straight draw. Yeah.
Definitely going to see Danny Peel here in position.
JD and JWin will get out of the way quickly.
Oh, he's just going to fold there. Doesn't want to see it because he knows there's probably like, you know, not very. He doesn't have a ton of clean outs.
Well, you're open-ended too, but you're on the lower end of that, so you're not even sure if you want the higher end card to hit.
Are you seeing trends in the market?
All right. I'm leaving the stats up still. After this, I'll wait a little bit. Actually, I'm going to shut it down because I've seen some random lags.
You're watching like a...
sorry about that.
Yep, wrong screen.
No tech difficulties. User operator error that time. Start with the table. I always like hearing the table talk from these guys. Turn this down a little bit. Let these guys take over a little bit.
King 10 offsuit, always a tricky hand to play.
Yeah, especially out of position. Better board for JWin though. Range bet here from AJ.
This is a spot you could raise.
I'm raising in a tournament. I'm raising in the tournament. I'm check raising here. Sometimes I'm actually leading this board. If like, obviously there's no straddles on a tournament. If you're like defending from the big blind, you get this flop. Sometimes I'm leading this flop because hey Sam, do you not hear the table mics?
I didn't hear any sound. I think everyone else is getting sound though.
Cashman, you gotta start, even if it's a little money, a little bit of your like a savings account, start getting your start building a portfolio. Even if it's literally like $1,000 a month, it's gonna make that up so quickly. That was my big mistake. On poker players, you gotta start playing
All right, the Queen 7 suited. I like that hand. Sometimes I'll play that in like position and open like this. I wonder if Danny's just gonna call here. He does flop the best of it. Both players flopping a pair themselves. 7 of clubs. Paolo now with 2 pair. Wow. Very small bet. 20% pot here.
I'm not sure what he's hoping to accomplish on that one.
Yeah,
there.
interesting bet size there from Danny. 9 of clubs.
And that should kill all action.
Check, check. Yeah, interesting run out. Like, obviously clubs get there. All right, we got a loud and clear from Incognito. So thanks for that. One of these days, I'm gonna get to these stakes.
You have a lot of money. Keep the straddle going. You want to keep the straddle going?
Yeah.
Okay, OFC.
There we go.
Okay, OFC. You have a lot of money. I tell you, I always joke with every. So, for the record, on my Saturday stream, OFC always plays a Saturday stream unless he's out of town.
Right.
So, he always starts the stream off saying, hey, you guys want to start off with a round of straddles? And it never goes off. I always laugh. All right, come. I like the 3-bet here. It's a small 3-bet, 175 or is it 2? Yeah, it's a really. I like to see him go a little bit bigger, especially with the straddle and the call.
Yeah, it was a call.
250.
Yeah, but there's enough dead money out there. You got to go bigger.
Yeah. 250 would have been a good size because now some of these players are going to be defending a little slightly wider.
I use ChatGPT for work every day now.
Yeah.
I upgraded the paid version. It's like my coding.
Going to a flop here, about 750 in the pot.
I don't know, 24 months.
Good flop here for AJ. Flopping the best of it, open ender. Carlos with a gutter to Broadway. Let's see if he's going to range bet here. And he's going to range bet 225, 325. 45% pot.
Copy and paste like all the copy of the framework.
So what I'll do is like I'll tell it specifically what my problem is. I'll show it the code that I wrote, and I'll be like, what would you change and why? And then it'll
Doesn't really change anything
Yeah,
there.
doesn't really change much. That thing.
explain like
See
why
if
this is
Carlos is going to
And
just
it
barrel.
still has a lot of bugs, but then you can like work through those.
My point is, like, in the last 2 months, so many, like, this thing has just become, like, more mainstream, I guess. Like, more.
Gosh, his bet sizing is like all value.
To me, it's like,
It is.
45% bot, 45%
Right
bot.
from the start.
Yeah, because it's the first like major AI breakthrough.
it's actually scary.
also the amount of subscribers is like 100 million.
But it also was not a size pre-flop that screamed, I'm looking to isolate with a big pair or anything like that.
Now, Carlos, he's going to go back and listen.
AJ may be thinking precisely ace-king. And he's got a hand with a lot of equity here.
All right, if AJ thinks he's good on the turn, he's probably good on the river. So let's see if Carlos is going to just give up here. Ace-king has some showdown value here. Now, if he's trying to, I wonder if he's putting AJ on the table. He's going to barrel. What size is going to go here?
I don't think that's going to do it.
I think it will.
You think it will?
Yeah. Against Carlos. He triple barreled there. Carlos, going back to past streams, doesn't generally triple barrel. He'll maybe go one street, give up, two streets, give up.
I mean, in the low stakes, the triple barrel is that.
Got him! Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure this one's going to get through.
Low stakes, the triple barrel is a definite fold.
Yeah.
But here I thought it might.
Especially the sizing, percentage of the pot wise. Really small sizing to like call me.
But what do you think he's got there? What do you think?
Ace queen.
His stuff.
Top pair. That's, targeting a jack. I mean, could be targeting a hand like Jack 10 that missing value. Want to get some
on a board that had a potential flop straight.
Yeah.
Three barreling with ace queen.
I'd like to see a bigger sizing on the turn.
I don't know, and I liked having that 10 blocker there for that Jack 10.
Yeah.
You're blocking the nuts.
Agreed. So
it's an interesting spot. Definitely worth looking into.
Yeah.
The bet sizing itself made that interesting.
We're actually already integrating it in our business where you basically can feed it questions and it'll like answer wherever you need it.
So will that eliminate the need of engineering?
I think people need to, that'll play shots too. It's like,
And we're right back into it. Carlos opening to 150 and JD with the 3-bet.
I'm sure people will lose their jobs and other people will gain jobs.
Because the productivity of each engineer goes up.
Exactly.
You just need to be an expert at the tool that you're talking about. That one engineer can probably do most of it.
The thing is, in 5 years, it's going to be so advanced that now you don't need anything in it.
They're having a very active conversation about Chat GPT and AIs on the table. This flop doesn't do a whole lot for anyone, though.
Eventually, it's going to need to happen, in my opinion.
Again, like I'm just so uneducated and scared to say something out my ass.
Hey, I
But
don't
the
know.
idea of people having enough to eat, I feel it without learning the code. I haven't heard it we're not saying we're going to get enough money for people to buy houses.
It's a logistical issue. Systems are complex. The world is the most complex system there is. And so, if it were that easy, it would have been solved. But, I mean, I think society is slowly moving in that direction. It just takes a lot longer than you think. But obviously, that's the dream, right?
Very interesting table talk. They're definitely trying to get a feel for each other and not exactly telling the complete truth here regarding their hands.
Oh, I love it. We call it the OFC lies.
Yeah. You go back and you watch it on stream, you're like, what? You didn't have that.
I'm kind of like OFC when I play. Like, I'll either like lie the whole time or I'll like tell the truth and just like throw them.
The truth really messes with people sometimes.
It's like, guys, I have the nuts. I have full house. And then they're like, I fold, or I call, I fold, and I throw a full house. And the next time I'm like, hey, I'll tell the truth again the next hand. And
Definitely done that before. That board's all me.
Yeah, that board's all me.
And then you come out with the bet.
Or so it's funny, sometimes I'll be like, man, if a seven comes out, you're in big trouble. Like a 7 come out, and I'm like, I bet, and they're like, really? You don't have shit. It's like, I don't have shit, so.
You can put someone in a tough spot, but your bet sizing has to be perfect.
Yeah. So I believe the straddles are on.
Excellent.
altruistic ways that they look like, you know, where you're just like...
Yeah, it looks like it got auto-posted here.
She asked Carlos if he wanted to put the straddle on, so. And the suited king. AJ's probably going to defend here, as is Carlos.
Start making that a standard part of school program, you know, like instead of just social studies.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, there's going to come a time where we don't need everything. There's going to come a time where we don't need
That'd be gangster if he just came back with a 3-bet.
We need people to just, like...
2-3-5 board.
They should start doing a lot more of that.
Carlos bottom pair. JD open, and it's definitely going to barrel his equity here.
That is a big part.
And I've seen JD play where he likes to barrel his equity. Yeah, and Carlos is going to make a call here.
Yeah, typically not a board that's going to favor the in-position pre-flop raiser, but
and again, it's going to be really disguised if he gets there, right?
But this is a case where the ace hits, and it's going to look like you're representing the ace, and in reality, you've got the wheel locked up.
That's the kind of argument to it. Like, if there's so many people
Very
that are
deceptive.
displaced and aren't happy, like, then
Yeah, and JD's just going to barrel. Going to get snap fold from Carlos.
Ray Dalio's presentation about like cycles of history where like war, financial, and civil unrest. Oh, we're at that point right now.
Lego in the chat. I just donk folded a chopped pot. Oops. That's a rough move, man.
sell shoes. You guys want food and have like a nice two-story home, right, with like a family, and like that's way gone.
You just dog folded a chop pot. Hi, yeah, what a fish.
Yeah.
RL from Chatsville. Bunch of poker DJs. Thanks for tuning in this evening.
There's other jobs like now plumbing and
Yeah, Mark.
Those jobs are much more valuable. People don't have
I swear to God, that hand I almost folded the nut flush.
So, bring back trade schools too.
There was a hand that Mark Lee River to boat on me, and I just did it. I had a really, really bad feeling. And like I tank called, and Hayden's like, I would have called way faster than that against Mark. But I was like, something just, I had like this gut feeling that I was not good there.
It happens. It happens. I don't know if you ever watched any of the Poker Go streams or
The crazy ones lately?
There was a No Gamble, No Future episode where Eric Person rivered a boat, but he was so focused on his opponent going for the flush and that suit coming in that he stormed off thinking he'd lost the pot, but he'd actually picked up a full house.
I missed that.
I bring that up because I was playing a tournament, coincidentally wearing a No Gamble, No Future shirt, and I had the same exact thing happen to me. I almost mucked my boat when the other guy caught his flush. I was so fixated on that I saw the suit come out and just blanked on the fact that, I just rivered a full house. And it goes to show how you're, if you don't keep your mind right at the table, even huge mistakes just will find their way in your game. Just you've got to be open and look at everything and evaluate and step back each street.
All right, now subbing in Benny here. Going to be doing a 4-card flip. I think it's going to be 50 or 100. I'm not sure. It looks like a hundo.
Mark Wee in the chat, his solution is just don't fold ever. Which is a good suggestion for Mark's game on Wednesdays.
You don't like it like that though, Sid? You can get it like... You'll pay for it. Are you ready? Like, do you like sushi? I mean, it might be a little pink in the middle. So like,
Better not like sick for the main event.
I would order something to change it on mine.
I'll buy you whatever you want.
Get some diamonds.
No diamonds, king.
3.
Just need Cashman's cards and smalls.
No one's got a queen.
Flop me a quad. No, not gonna happen.
Looks like we've got a flip going here.
Oh, I got the nut. Give it another spade. Okay, I can draw.
Paolo at the king, queen, looking good. Oh! I didn't change anything. He already had it.
And king. Yes.
All right.
Sorry, I had you muted there, Eddie.
No, you're good. I just confirm.
Every time you take off that headset, it's noisy.
All right. Dong has arrived.
All right.
Getting his chips. He's buying in for 40K.
40K, is that it?
Yeah. Slow. Small.
It's a slow night here at Poker House.
Slow night here at Poker House.
My, oh my.
What did you order your salmon last night?
I'm gonna watch JWin's eyes when that stack sits down to his right.
Well, he's played with Dong, so he's like, get Dong in. I was like,
You want that to your right.
yeah.
Chips flow clockwise. That's what I'm told.
I love watching a player like Dong. He's like, he likes to cover the table, A, and B, he puts you in tough spots.
Absolutely.
So.
His meat is medium rare.
I could have one.
That's what I do. It's like a fillet.
Medium.
Yeah.
JWin here at the Ace-9 offsuit.
Good quality salmon, I think medium.
I like to open that hand like cutoff. Sometimes.
Yeah, he was +1 way too early for that. This deep, those offsuit aces are not as good as you would hope.
Yeah. Yeah. Even like hijack, sometimes I'm actually folding it. I'll probably opening it Ace-9 offsuit. On a 2-blind game, on a small blind, big blind, any game, I'm probably opening cutoff. Maybe hijack. In a 3-blind game with a straddle, I'm actually folding it, I think. AJ here, Spice with a Jack-4 suited. All right, he's opening up his range a little bit here. And I think as some of these players get a feel for it, position, table distribution, card distribution, gonna see a lot more action taking place as the stream goes on. All right, Assassin here at the King Jack suit in the middle position. Probably going to open up here. About 25, $1.50. Let's see what size he's going to go with. All right, nice standard open here on $50 straddle. So here's the thing. JD's going to straddle and Dong's probably going to double straddle a lot of time. Now, with Dong coming to the table, I wonder if the table dynamics are going to change a little bit. Some of these players are going to add on, tack on.
Oh, wow. How about this for Carlos?
Yeah, top set. I'd like to see him just call here. He's got this board kind of hammer lock. Wants to keep Assassins over pairs in and bluffs in.
You don't want to be keeping those will aces in.
Yeah. That's
a tricky spot.
Yeah.
Just because of that.
That's a good point.
I could see calling here, though, and maybe taking a more aggressive line on the turn.
Yeah. Just going to call here. Oh, with the sprinkle call.
Oh, all green chips.
That's strong.
Wow. now you want the will aces coming along.
Yeah, now he's got a hammer lock. Small bet here. Check back, maybe? Yeah,
I like checking back, yeah.
Checking back here.
Give him a little rope. Hope he leads out here. He's not. Yeah, he might, but it's unlikely.
He might. I've seen Assassin play before, so he may try. King high's not. Maybe trying to get rid of some ace highs. All right, now the race is coming in. $1.70, small block bet.
Yeah, he's reacting as if that turn check was a weakness, but board pairing, it's not always the situation.
It's coming with a small
also
raise.
Very often
700.
super strong.
Yeah. 4x. Assassin here is just going to fold here. Tank fold. Little Hollywood. No, I agree with you, RL. 3 blind with a straddle. I'm folding ace-9. Hijack. Probably folding it with the cutoff. Button let me open.
They put a lot of filters in to try to get you to try to protect against certain things, right? I know a lot of people were like asking illegal questions, being great, and then like they had to go and try to block all that stuff. Like,
There's fun little hacks around that stuff.
Oh, wow. He gets the call.
All right, Carlos here.
Assassin did not believe,
Yeah.
or he wanted to see it.
Yeah. Paid a lot. Assassin saying you're good here.
More than good.
Really, really good.
Pair of deuces would have done the job.
And then you're just felting everyone.
No, I'm not. I would have checked it down to him.
I like how Alvin called you Cashman.
Man in the Stars jersey piling up the chips. I like it.
In about a few hands, we'll turn on the stats again. About 50. Oh, we're at 50 hands. So after this hand, I will turn it on. We'll take a look at it. Turn it back off.
Maybe look at some V-pips or
Yeah,
stuff
also-
like that this time.
Yeah, we're about halfway through the stream now. A little bit halfway through the stream.
You gotta find it when they disrespectful valuable.
I know that's a great.
Well, you know what that means? It means it's Miller time.
Miller time? Oh my gosh, I wish I had a Miller in here. All right, blind, small blind versus under the gun straddle. Yeah, JD's gonna bet here. Danny's gonna fold. All right, let's take a look. All right, let's take a look at stack sizes now. Again, we got Don coming in a little bit. He's going to buy it for 40K. Most players over 10K. Now, again, this is an uncapped game. It's not match to stack. It is uncapped. Paolo with the biggest chip stack right now. Let's take a look at this V-pips, excuse me.
V-pip?
AJ up top. As thought, he's gonna be. I guess it's probably not gonna be overtaken by Dom because it's just the number of hands.
Cashman at 10%.
Yeah.
Can't say that I've seen him with a whole lot to work with yet.
Yeah.
Ace AJ with the Dude Maestro killers there.
Yeah, here we go. The AJ or JD with the 3-bet with the suited ace on the button. If any coming for a 4-bet, it's gonna probably be full.
So if I like start on, this could be really bad. But I enjoy. I mean, even as early as
He flat calls the 3-bet.
because then I know they're gonna force me to get cut off. I can't get too trashed.
Kind of a better board for AJ than it is JD. Now, JD's the type of player that if he has some equity on the flop or backdoor equity, rather he's going to barrel here.
The nice thing here is JD has a lead, so he's incentivized to go ahead and bet here, which AJ can start taking control of it right now if he wants. But he's sticking with the more passive line.
I think JD's just going to give up here.
I think we're going to go check behind here, yeah.
See what he's
But
gonna
now you got
do.
a paired board. You've got 2 spades out there. There's a lot of rivers you're not going to like.
Yeah. Again, this board is probably better for AJ than it is for JD. AJ was the original raiser. AJ going into check call mode.
I think I would have liked leading out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're too likely to see the check behind, and most of the draws didn't come in.
Let's take a look at these.
Although the king queen for the open ender did come in.
It's a cute win loss so far. Carlos up top 6,700. AJ down up about 5,400. Assassin 5K. Our active Rex tonight. The players up. JD, JWin, and Paolo down about 3,300, 4,400, and 8,500 respectively. So, again, still a poker left here.
I play a lot of C for James and Paolo because he said he'd never seen Paolo lose on a stream.
All right, pocket pair versus pocket pair. Oh, well, look at this. Interesting board here. Both players with pocket pairs, all club board.
Oh, wow. And each have a club.
And each has a club.
Yeah, but I mean, neither's too happy with this run out so far.
7 of spades. Both have 2 pair now.
That actually helps a little bit. You'd actually rather see the king or the queen pair.
Yeah, interesting lead out here on the river. We're gonna get a snap call from Paolo. 8s versus 10s. Maybe trying to target some ace highs, like ace jack, ace 10.
He's fun, right? He's good. Okay. You won't let us forget it. Every time you're on screen with him, I'm like,
Well, he got me before he got me on single thread, like post lock, but so I had to show him his loss. No, I love Dan. He's really fun.
You have too many cards? Oh, peeled 2 off at once. Missed it, guys, sorry. 2 got peeled off at the first. Didn't realize it.
no, he doesn't. Yes.
Didn't want to play crazy pineapple.
Kind of like gently just telling him, like, it's maybe not the best idea. It's the current situation. He's like, you guys train me up the court, and I'll be good. I'll crush you fine. That's it.
You like accumulates over time.
We're gonna play full time.
So you can have like 100 of each stack. I don't know if you can see it publicly. You can see it in person.
Women, drugs, gambling, all of it.
I don't know if you can see it.
Everybody just finds the 2 fishes and see it. Like, oh, yeah, let's play this thing. That's all
I was telling you, I used to have, I don't know which app it was telling me. If you're a big winner, at the table when they close the table. They started the session on the table. When that table closes, you're at that table for the entire game.
We're going to go 3 ways to spot about 700. Interesting flop here. Carlos open-ended backdoor spades. AJ with the front door flush draw himself. Assassin with top pair. It's going to go check, check. Carlos just going to check here. Evaluate a turn card. 4, nothing, does nothing. Assassin eating his
Gives AJ that little bit of something extra.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it does.
He's looking for the flush.
Turn some 2 pair outs, some trip outs. Oh, he's just going to fold here.
Wow.
With the front door flush, huh? Interesting fold.
But it's also frustrating when like, you can't string it to the big win.
5 or 10, that's probably a non-heart.
Because you feel like, this is the one.
It's like sports. It's like, yeah.
And then these spots, when I'm analyzing, yeah, I'm going to fold there. I factor in clean outs. Some people just like, I'm open-ended, but I'm like, yeah, dude, but you only have 6 clean out. You know, I'm like, and I don't tell them this because I don't want to help them out, but I'm like, really, you only have 6 outs.
Still like count some of it. You wait it. So like in the case of that 7-4 suited, yeah, he had the potential set outs with the 4s, right? He had the flush outs, and he potentially had the lower end of a straight if a 10 came in, but you can't really count that pure since any queen in play then is going to have you beat. But if you need something to just tip the scales a little bit, it's worth factoring in. Getting those spots in tournaments a lot of times where the math puts you right at that very slight edge where it's like, well, I should continue. And in a cash game, you would.
Yeah.
All day long because plus EV is plus EV, even if it's just a tiny amount. But in a tournament where you're looking at what that's going to do for your tournament life and the next step, you've got to find the fold frequently in those spots.
Yeah, you remember that video I sent to the group about like
the ICM earlier on?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would only factor in, that's, if they're paying 35 and there's 55, I kind of start considering ICM like with like 45 players left.
You know the short version of that video?
Yeah.
fold more.
Yeah. So
That's the short version of that video.
yeah, this video.
Fold more in your marginal spots.
Yeah.
That's the simple solution.
And I was telling you
But
that
the technical way to get there. But
that one day event, I told you there was a couple of hands that like I over defended the big blind with like 20 to 30 big blinds when I, you know.
yeah, sometimes you get suckered into those plays and you review them later and it's like, how many big blinds did I get in for? That's insane. How did I let it get that way by the turn of the river?
Yeah, like a undergun +1 open. I'm in the straddle. I'm sorry, in the big blind with ace-5 offsuit. I like this bet here from JWin. Yeah, I mean, Carlos doesn't have anything really, but
I have opinions about this dealer, though. He knocked me out of the classic with his sevens versus my eights.
oh, that's right. I remember the story. All right,
I was going to be in the top 20% of bags until that 7 spiked.
Dong has officially arrived, making his Poker House live stream debut here tonight.
All right.
In for 40K, going to be covering the table. It's the least I've ever seen him buy in for in the live stream.
It's crazy. Hey, you say uncapped. Uncapped is uncapped.
Yeah, I think that's what kind of got him in. Dong here picking up with a relatively good hand. First hand sitting down. Going to pick up the aggression. Going to go 3x. Suited.
We're not trying to do the Helmuth thing here where it's uncapped and you show up with 20 bigs.
Yeah. Oh, my God. AJ here is going to come in probably for the 3-bet. Oh, it's just going to call. Interesting. He's playing, you know, AJ's definitely playing hands that I unconventionally relative to how I've seen him play in past streams. What a great flop for Dong.
He's mixed up. He's actually gotten a lot of solid Broadway aces.
Yeah.
And he's mixed up. Yeah, he's 3-bet a couple. He's flatted quite a few as well.
Yeah, look from the call here and float. Oh, he's gonna come in for a raise. Okay, no, I saw him stack the greens and then the blacks, so I thought he was coming in for the raise. See what AJ is gonna do here.
Oh, they're just thinking Dong sat down and he's just throwing money in the table.
Yeah, it's just blasting. Two of clubs doesn't change anything.
Draw does not get there.
See, Dong's going to triple barrel, just going to check back. Jack High doesn't have a ton of showdown value, so he's probably going to take a stab at this. Let's see what sizing he's going to go with. 1600, 3/4 pot.
Healthy
I
bet.
just don't see how you can get away here.
No, not with ace queen.
Yeah. Proudly shows a Jack 10. AJ picking up some chips here. All right, now we got some chips on the table, ladies and gentlemen. First 10 in, Dong down about 2,500.
All made sense, though.
Yeah, I don't.
Sometimes you just sit down and you end up right in one of those situations immediately.
Straddling, that's 50.
No. Paolo.
I like it. There we go. My bad.
Just got word that our friend Habib's restaurant just reopened. So congratulations to Habib, reopening Seldo's back. Making to try to hit that this weekend. JD here, suited queen. They're gonna raise it. Dong definitely not full in
Out of
it.
hand again.
Yep.
Boy, and a 3 would be very deceptive too. I was saying he could just bomb at that, and I'm not sure anyone would fold.
I don't see Dong folding just yet one street.
I don't know, this board in particular though.
Yeah,
It's just got too many things that are ahead or stronger on the draw as well.
Yeah, and there's a lot of turn cards that just put threes in bad shape. So
yeah, there's not very many cards you're going to like seeing there. Always factor in too. It's like, even if I hit the card I want, could I still possibly be behind?
Right.
And in that case, you could. And that's just a nightmare scenario. Because sometimes you get that out you're looking for, and all it does is funnel your money.
yeah, some big guns here.
Carlos.
He's gonna definitely open from the button here.
Let's see what size he can goes with here. He hasn't got too large. Now 150 again.
That's a relatively decent sizing. Don's just gonna give up the straddle. Again, now this game is playing closer to 25-50 with the straddle on. I guess it's playing like 50-50 technically with the big blind ante. So now this whole big blind ante and cash thing is like it's new. Over
Yeah,
the
I've
past
seen it
year or
introduced
two.
in a few games every here and there.
So the Lodge uses it. So us and TCH use like a 3-blind structure game, a 3-blind cash structure. Us and TCH like 5-5-10, 2-5-10, 5-10, 25, 25, 25, 50. Like the Hustler Live, they're implementing this small blind, big blind, two blind with a big blind ante. So I'm interested in trying it both ways. Chat, what do you guys think? Do you guys like the 3-blind game, or either watching or playing? Do you like the 3-blind game as a player or a viewer, or do you like a small blind, big blind with a big blind ante? I'm open to whatever you guys want to do.
Both incentivize action, but they also both impact your ranges differently. And as studied as a lot of the players are that are playing these, I'm not sure how frequently they study those intricacies.
Yeah.
I mean, for as often as they're playing 3-blind games or mandatory straddles and things like that, you wonder how much time is really spent looking into those scenarios, because a lot of the material out there is not centered around that.
Yeah,
so if you're not running your own solutions that can handle that, you're in the dark. And that might be one of the things leading to JWin's success through the years is he puts in a lot of solver time. He really digs in and breaks down his stuff. He does use GTO Wizard, which tends to be pre-solved hands. Limits the options a little bit, but he does have an understanding of how you alter what you're reading there based on different bet sizes or other things in play and how that impacts your ranges.
I need to learn how to use Pile Solver. I have it.
I'm starting with GTO Plus now.
Yeah, okay.
It has a simpler interface than Pio Solver, but you kind of get heavy into that world, and then I figure when I start looking for even deeper stuff, then I'll go to the Pio Solver. But
interesting flop here, considering pre-flop action. What if 10 of hearts? JD with the best hand here. He's blocking some straights. Yeah, he's probably going to bet here. 200 to 860. Assassins. With JD behind, probably going to make the fold. JD's based off flop action. Yeah, I think he's calling here.
Yeah. He's got position here, so he can just evaluate on the river and
total brick on the river. Let's see if Danny's going to just.
And this will be a check behind. Yeah. Last thing you want to do is reopen betting with the 9 there.
Again, fun action-packed lineup for this special 10-25 quarter big blind ante. Yeah, so I'm seeing people saying like RL from Chatsville likes the 3-blind game. Mark Lee prefers unlimited straddles. You can go either way. I've played some of the 3-blind games. I haven't played a cash game that has the big blind A though. Yeah, there's not a lot of.
No, I think I would like that.
Yeah,
just because it starts getting into deep stack tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, really, legitimately, that's the one biggest difference. If you're not going ICM,
yeah,
in the mid to late stages of the tournament, you're just looking at early levels, deep stack. It would be identical in that situation. Yeah. So the ranges would be things I'm very comfortable with. So I'd be interested in trying that, but you tend to only see it at the higher stakes.
Yeah, JWin with a very good hand to 3-bet without a position. Jack 10 suited to a button open from Don. Goes pretty big on the 3-bet. I think it was open for 200, mix at 1100, so about 5.5x.
Yeah, I think you're going to see his 3-bets tend to be on the larger side. Very definite intent behind them.
What are they asking? Oh, somebody's doing a liquor run. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
What is it? 4-fold, 5-fold, 6-fold. I'll take a little.
Assassin here with kings in the big blind here. It's a late position opening. Going to get a 3-bet here. 700. I mean, that's okay. I thought there was a raise in the call. So okay. I thought it was small. Yeah, I thought it was small at first, but I didn't realize that Cashman was next to act after him. So I thought there was.
Cashman just cannot seem to find a spot to get involved in the hand.
Yeah, and that's tough. Like, he's actually in a weird spot too. He's in between Assassin and AJ, and so table configuration. So what I tell people, table selection is probably the most important factor on your win rate. A, and B, like, obviously card distribution makes a difference, but like table configuration, I think can be just as it's probably more important than actual like card distribution.
I mean, it was months back, but I can still recall talking through a final table tournament stream, and the entire action on that table was driven by where they were seated.
Yeah, look at this.
And I commented frequently that if you just switched two people, everything would have played out differently because of where that aggression would have been. And it's such a huge factor.
Check this out. So Carlos opened. There's a 3-bet with a 7-6 suited. We talked about this hand, and then Jay with a 4-bet with jacks. I mean, I like Paolo's 3-bet there. Yeah, position is everything, but I agree 100%. Yeah, I think it's outside of table selection, because when I play here in the room, like if I'm running a share, I'm getting to run a tournament, sometimes I'll come in maybe around like 1 or 2, play for like 3 hours.
Right.
I like a walk around the tables, and I'm like, seat up? They're like, at seat up and table. I'm like, no, I'll just wait for table 4. Sorry, or table 2.
I've definitely done that before.
No, I don't think. In some scenarios, Mark, I think position. I don't disagree with you there. Nothing matters at once. That's fair.
The button straddle does.
Right. All right. I just got confirmation from Habib that his restaurant is opening tomorrow, so I'm going to pull up his restaurant. For those of you that, okay, we'll do it after this hand. JD flopping top pair, AJ with second pair, Carlos with nothing. Like, I mean, he's like 8 and a 10 on the run out, or 8 and a 5 on the run out.
Yeah.
So when I say nothing, he's got backdoor straight draws, but he's definitely going to be getting out of this hand.
A king would be nasty, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, king would be nasty. Yeah.
I don't know why everyone's freaking out about playing new occasion. This place is super nice and they actually care. Like, they're willing to make some concessions.
Turn up the
Make it a king of diamonds to keep it rainbow.
What do you guys want? You see to it. Like,
Don't make them mad. Don't make them mad. Don't make them really. They're gonna turn us away or something.
yeah, that's crazy. Not even like a private, but just a high stakes. Because if you play the big game, it's nice to have.
It doesn't make like you want to have. If this is gonna be their new best room, you want to have all the luxury.
Yeah, exactly. You said it perfectly. You want to have all the.
Wow, I don't get that kind of. Goddamn, JD.
You can't be the premier room without a high stakes.
He only was told what to do.
All right.
Who's your friend? Alex Uranaga, who's with the Plan B Group, who designed the facility.
See if I can get this going. Shout out to. Yes, here we go.
He started building tacos.
Drinks have arrived.
Oh, drinks have arrived. I wonder if I can get one in the booth. No one knows about it. But now I just said it on the air.
No, you only wondered on the air. I wouldn't tell anyone.
There's no cameras in here, so. Alright.
Get it on the rocks. I got mine. Did you want that one? Oh, yeah.
See what you're trying to do, Paolo.
Okay. You know where bracelets.
What about what's your question about bluffing, Mark?
How many? 4 players. 5, 7, 9, and 2. 5 checks. 7 checks. 9 checks. 2 checks.
A lot of checking going on right now.
Maybe do 2 waters.
5 checks.
Barred Queen's not going to change a whole heck of a lot.
All right, let's see who's going to take the most aggressive route.
9 fold.
Yeah, he's going to be aggressive here. Going to barrel the open ender.
That was the most logical hand to make a
Assassin
move
here is
here.
going to call with an under pair to the board.
Non-believer. And he's correct not to believe, but the 10 does come in. And a spade on top of it, so
Oh, so JWin is definitely off his no drinking thing because he did a no drinking thing for like 90
yes,
days.
he did. I
20
remember
days.
that.
So, all right, guys, little quick plug for one of our players whose restaurant opens tomorrow. I'm getting confirmation on when it opens, but Sell the Mediterranean. One of our players. Let's go support Mr. Habib Kargrin tomorrow. Those pictures are from his website, and actually, I've eaten there physically twice now, and then had it catered twice. Food is phenomenal. Let's go support Habib tomorrow at Zelda. So I think I'm going there.
Sounds like a good move.
I love when these guys talk. The table talk's so fun sometimes.
Ain't no Assassin, I ain't no Paolo, okay? I eat your bitch.
He needles and nobody said shit. You need it one time.
Because if you go at him, he'll get you. He'll kill you. You gotta be raised. If you go at the king, you gotta hit him.
Come on, me.
Kyle said he gave up feeling it.
Yeah, sound like he's winning.
Pretty safe queen high flop for Carlos here. With the check, but no one opens the action for him. Let's see if he elects to lead out here.
Can be a while for him to have a winning week. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. You say you're gonna start talking again when you have a winning week. I said you can start. I say it's gonna take a while.
I don't think it's take a while. It's take a while. Cashman plays like Kyle now, you know? 2 5K buy-ins and he's gone for the day.
Done, right? When he stops, stand up and go.
I'm confirming a time mark, so maybe we should all go. A bunch of us should go there for lunch tomorrow. I'm texting him right now to see.
That's the only guy I kind of like. That's the guy I was talking about.
62 viewers in the chat as we pick you guys up to the stream. 10 quarter big blind Ante Thursday. High stakes. Again, you guys may not think it's high stakes. With the big blind in this lineup, it's going to be playing closer to 25-50. So, oh, look at this flop. Bottom end of the straight for Assassin here.
Assassin caught all of it.
Paolo with the overcard backdoor straight draw. 10 would be a really bad card for Assassin, obviously. Lay down there by Paolo. Could be considering, I didn't see the pre-flop action because Assassin was the original aggressor, and I think Paolo called out of the small blind?
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
I just walked back in, so.
Yeah, he did yeah, 2 overs with the gutter to
you're gonna see
as well.
You're gonna see me in about 12 minutes take Danny's drink. Well, he hands it to me for the. I didn't just like go over there and take it. He just handed it to me, so.
We can't keep it secret if you talk about it.
Yeah, that's all right. Is this being recorded? I'm just kidding. Yes, it is, by the way. Carlos here at pocket 10s. Gonna see open. I'd like to see Carlos 3-bet here. And it looks, let's see what he's gonna do. If he's just gonna call, he's gonna raise. Just gonna call here. Love to see. Oh, look at this. JD's definitely coming in for the 3-bet with ace king offsuit. Probably gonna make it at least 1,000, probably 1,200. 900, small 3-bet size. Yeah, and Carlos is definitely peeling from the cutoff here.
I better be right, otherwise I don't know what's under here. Like, I didn't want to make a. Oh, was either that or BB. Oh, is that the one you won last year? No, that was WFP.
JD here with overs to the board. Could try to represent range bet here. 700. Just under a third pot. Yeah. Carlos is going to be making the call here more than likely with just one over to his pocket pair.
I would think so.
Yeah. In position as well.
You can't be folding there or you're folding too much of your range.
Yeah. That bad card. It does bring in the
He does have a 10 of diamonds.
I wonder if JD, he's unblocking diamonds as well. So definitely see if he's going to bet here. He's probably going to size up. 2K maybe, 2,200. Let's see. Okay, small bet. And I think if he gets a raise here from Carlos, Carlos has a lot of the flush draws here. Like Queen Jack diamonds, Queen 10 diamonds, King Queen diamonds.
I heard everything going on. What the heck?
Oh, wow. What a river.
Wow, indeed.
Check call. A lot of stuff gets there now. Flush is already there on the turn. Some straight draws
Straight's
get
got
there.
there as well, yeah.
I mean, Ace Jack, he's blocking Ace Jack. Jack 9 gets there, but he'd have to specifically have, like, he's not going to have any unsuited Jack here's. Yeah, definitely going to get a call.
I would not have minded a check call because he's gonna be sick to his stomach when he sees the raise here.
It's a little. I don't think he's going to raise here. I think he's just going to call. Not much worse is going to call you here. He's definitely not folding. Definitely feels like a block bet, which it is. And I think he bet there because if he checks there and Carlos goes like 3K, 4K, like he'd probably vomit in his mouth. Yeah, just gonna make the call. Yeah. Oh, Carlos! Let's go, Carlos. Having a good night so far. All right, let's take a look at these stack sizes. Hand 70.
And so he was just talking about it there.
Yeah.
He called because same things, the straights, the flushes, everything else.
Yeah, Dong here down about 3,500, bought in for 40K. Carlos up about 10K. Let's go. Actually, I think he's up 12K now. So I think he bought in for 10K. So I think with those hands that we missed, Carlos is not the type to just add on like 2K unless he like lost some hands during that time where we lost the stream. So cumulative wins. Carlos up top, up nearly 11K.
Boom.
Let's go. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Your friend JWin, Ethan. Okay, Ethan. Is this the same Ethan that plays the Lodge stream like 3 days a week?
I believe that is.
JWin's down about 3K.
And that happened early on. Yeah, he dropped pretty much that entire 3K early on, and
it didn't
kind of been
crash.
treading water since.
No, we lost internet, Mark. I think at first I thought it was the computer, but he's stuck about 3K, 3,200. But there's still a lot of poker left.
Yeah, it doesn't take long to get 3K back in this game. Just gotta pick your spot. I suspect this is probably going check here. Yeah. Well, that is a card that Dong could have represented there. Four-liner to the straight, all low cards, playing out of the blind. I think he could have gone big there and probably gotten the fold.
Paolo, if I grab dinner after the game, what places are close and good?
Ethan, you're more than welcome to play any of our Poker House live stream. I love your play down there at the Lodge and Y'all stream. So I don't think he wants to answer. If this is the same Ethan, you're more than open invite. What's funny is like when JWin comes in, like it's the only time the streamers are crushed. There is only one.
Yeah, it's like how many times have you heard that name? Come on.
Well, Ethan, I know a guy that runs the lineups at Poker House that could get you in a lineup with JWin and some other players.
Like the guy.
RV Phil. RV Phil's one of our regulars here on the live stream. Decided to skip this big game to play Choctaw. Womp womp.
Yeah. Said he's at break, so that means he's still in the tournament.
Yeah, so you're still in the tournament. RV Phil, Ethan from the Lodge is in the chat. I think we should get him to try to, both him and JWin to come down and play a stream.
Absolutely.
We have hotel deals.
We do?
Yeah. We have 2 hotel deals.
Well, I know we didn't used to, so
Yeah.
I'm glad that got worked out.
2 hotel deals. I may or may not know somebody that can get you in the lineup here. All right,
Challenge anyone named Ethan, heads up. Love it. RV Phil sitting on 600.
I like that.
Nice
I like that, Ethan.
German Moneymaker popping into the chat too.
Moneymaker in the chat for this 10 quarter Big Blind Ante. I think we got some of these players playing post stream here.
We got as many names in the chat.
Why doesn't anybody ask me for food? Yeah. Got Joseph, one of our players that plays on some of our low stakes streams in the chat. Got 70 viewers in the chat. Thanks. Let's keep on sharing. Let's get more viewers. Let's get to 100.
All right, Joseph, I'm looking forward to the We've Got a Jumper shirts. Should be finished this week.
In all seriousness, Ethan, if you want to play, I run the lineups here. I usually don't brag about that, but I get you in the lineup here. You and JWin come down. Or come up, I guess, from Austin. I guess that's the technical term. I have not yet gotten the alcoholic beverage from Danny, so when you see me in the bottom right corner there in a few minutes, maybe I've already gotten it.
The goal is to finish the drink before you see yourself get the drink.
Cashman here with a 3-bet out of the big blind. Finally getting the hand that he could play with here. Gonna probably pick up some of this dead money here from JWin. Surprised Cashman is buying in as short as he's buying in right now. But I was expecting him to at least have 10K. He had a good session last night on the 5-10 court down the road at TCH.
He came in at 5, right?
Oh well, yeah. So it was a 5-10 quarter, and I definitely think he bought it for the 5. So the minimum buy-in for this is 5K, and it is uncapped. I think that's why Dong ended up coming because it was uncapped. So.
Magic words.
Yeah, and then AJ is like, is it uncapped or match the stack? Because it makes a difference on how much I'm bringing. I was like, it's uncapped. He's like, okay, I'm bringing X now. I was like, all right. 72 viewers in the chat. Let's keep it going.
Let's be honest, though, match the stack usually after about a half hour to an hour turns into basically uncapped anyway. Someone always gets a huge stack that everyone matches. Well, Paolo with the ace jack here, but Dong with the only club in the mix. Small bet in the call. Yeah, check on the paired ace board. And that 3 is not going to do a whole heck of a lot, so I expect we'll probably see a bet fold.
It's hard because I'm good at it, and I like the game. You're good at going to strip.
Trip ace is there.
I like making sure guys get home.
For energy, he's just playing natural host. You're just like, stick him out, stick him out.
I genuinely like that's good.
You can host and be like, oh, you come with me. I'm just like, no, just drive down there to this alleyway.
I set up the game
Monday to Friday minus Tuesday. Someone else does Tuesday. And then on weekends, I set it up for them, but I never play. I try not to play more than 40 minutes. Yeah, of course, man. Like, I mean, we were talking about.
Cashman with a fun hand to get involved with on the button there. 7-5 suited. Open that up, and looks like Carlos is going to make the call. And smash the flop.
It's tough. It's like, I'm not 25. I totally get it.
I think he would have had to let out there for 200. I like this move. It's hard to put him on something that strong, but Cashman goes ahead and lays down the second pair.
Wow. Surprising fold there here.
Laying down second pair to a donk bet from the blind. He saw something he didn't like there.
Yeah.
Well, like, you guys have anybody like that? Somebody that's like whenever you have like outside money come in and then you work here, splash around, you guys have someone that likes to play both.
Guess I'd have to see, does Carlos normally donk bet those types
Yeah.
of boards from the blind or not? Or did Cashman pick up with something else there?
Yeah. When you have outside money come in, if I'm buying Austin, you just come and play. You're like, all right, this is how much I'm going to gamble when I lose, right? So I've been Austin. They're just so much more willing to gamble. I haven't already been Austin forever.
Always like hearing the table talk. I'm gonna turn this down a little. Like, listen to the table talk.
I don't do fish trading anymore. It's just way too crowded. But you got like, it depends on what you want. Like, I mean, now that I'm a little bit older. I want boats and hoes.
Boats and hoes.
But hotel bars is like my new thing. Like, I really enjoy hotel bars a lot, you know?
Nice flop for Danny. Open-ended. Paolo. Middle pair. Backdoor hearts. Backdoor Broadway draw.
So I see what you're getting trouble with.
See, I like upper nightclubs. I don't like the.
No comment, like full stop.
I like upper scale nightclubs. Where you can still. I like upper scale nightclubs. You can still talk to your friends. You can still hang out. You can still chill.
Like, there's a
But
little
there's
bit of
music and
everything.
there's something to look at. I don't like handgun hard liquor nightclubs.
Handgun and hard liquor.
This is great.
Well, that's where all the fun is.
I don't even like going out. Like some of those like hustler guys came to Austin. Just talking about like, nice steak dinner. And I was like, really good. They gambled with us all week, you know? Like, every steak, we didn't have anything running but 2-5 on a Sunday. Like, oh, let's play 2-5. And it was great. It was just smashing. You know, 2-5 players loving it. Yeah, I think if you have a lot of guys coming to Dallas to splash around, like, it's always helpful to have somebody that's good at taking people out.
6-bet 1,200. You never tried to play that big game?
I don't remember. Like, 51-2 is the biggest game I'll play. When I play that, I sell action. I don't
Okay.
play anything bigger. I'd love to.
You gonna see Helmuth next week?
51-2. Can't imagine playing that. I'd like to imagine playing that.
Yeah, what's it called?
I just saw the average today.
What's the highest stakes you've ever hopped into, Eddie?
510.
510?
Yeah.
They're reopening and they have a new.
Yeah, I've done the 510 before. I want to say.
Yeah, he's gonna be playing.
I want to say at one time I did a real silly thing and hopped in even higher online.
Right.
That was a nasty game.
Are you going there?
So anyways, you can tell me this code.
The advert that I saw today, it said featuring the total.
Yep.
But that can mean anything. He can literally be at the silent part.
We're talking about champions down in Houston. I'm friends with a lot of those people that are running that. A lot of WSOP4s that are running it. Brian Freitas, Adrian Lopez, April David Phelps. Great group, probably one of the best groups you can run down there. So.
Big game with Phil? Oh, yeah, sure. I'll let her know.
Oh, is it him?
Yeah. Kim's coming.
She can hook.
Oh, where at?
There we go. We're talking about Kimmy Stone.
Yeah, Kim, you're getting talked about on the stream.
I haven't seen her in the chat for a little while here, though, so
Probably baby.
might have her hands full. Yep.
And they have different levels.
They do take a bit of time and attention.
Right.
There's a lot of clubs opening everywhere.
Jesus.
I wasn't doing it.
It's a computer that looks like a table.
Come on, Cashman. You putting the drink on the table. I actually don't care when people put food on there.
It might have been the food.
Yeah. Jack. Assassin's going to open. Cashman's going to 3-bet here probably to 450. 500. Yeah.
So you got pesto and stuff with it, right? Yeah.
A little marinara and Cashman, great.
Assassin definitely going to be calling here. Definitely not going to just fold into a single raise.
They came right for a little bit. They ran until the Lakers game. The Lakers game ended over. Because Paolo was waiting and Zach was waiting, and they were all trying to work with him. So, yeah,
Oh, he does come in for the 4-bet, gets fold.
yeah, we went till 12:30. I couldn't play late again, and the whole Asian crew from the stream left.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fine. They all went to the chair. Every time I take a picture, burn holiday.
Season 8, episode 3.
They just played on stream on Tuesday.
I'm glad you were able to make it.
It's kind of nice, like a nice friendly population. You getting like first whenever the game running, you guys can
Yeah.
60 viewers in the chat as we have about an hour left in this special Thursday 10 quarter big blind Ante live stream here at Poker House, Dallas Poker House Live. Thanks for tuning in this Thursday.
Are we already to 9 o'clock?
Yes. JWin here is going to call and defend from the straddle. It's a nice little flop for Paolo. Flops open ender. Going to see a check bet fold. Yep.
Yeah, that's how they call me. Everything call me Los.
So is that your team? Dallas Stars?
Yeah, that's my favorite team. They lost the first game. They're playing game 2 right now.
Forgive me, I'm not today. Is there like a playoff game right now?
Yeah, the Stanley Cup playoffs started last week.
It's really funny because they're talking about hockey right now. And like the only place in Texas that really has hockey, obviously, is Dallas. So like other places like wouldn't understand hockey.
No, there's a couple minor league teams spread throughout.
I watched the Houston Arrows a couple times because I'm from Houston. That was like the AHL from like
Corpus Christi Ice Rays.
20 years ago, maybe.
We got the Allen Americans.
Yeah.
At one point won 6 straight Kelly Cups.
Donaldson comes with a 4-bet, with the 3-bet, sorry. Does it make it 1,100? 1075.
And then the Texas Stars are down closer to Austin.
Carl's going to fold. JD's going to fold. Don's going to pick up a little bit of dead money here.
All right, y'all, that's my time.
Nothing wrong with that ever.
Put in a little dent to his losses.
Good luck and thank you, everybody.
Getting a lot of hands in right now, about hand 80. About another hour left in this stream, give or take.
counted like 2 weeks before they put out an 8, like 9 times. Seriously, I ordered PCAs to go there.
Carlos has quite an impressive pile of chips sitting there.
Yeah.
From Zelda's, that's like amazing.
That's my favorite dessert. You tried it for the first time.
That might be the best one I've ever had.
Also, they have that like cheese and like.
Oh, that one too. I forgot.
That was good with ice cream.
Yeah. We got a good hand?
Oh, interesting. Steve saying good chance Houston gets an NHL franchise in that.
There is truth to that.
I'm not really keeping up with Houston sports like I used to. Oh, with the draft, because they had, D'Amico Ryans as the new football coach, and they drafted C.J. Stroud.
There was a potential relocation that could have gone there. Did not, but it's definitely on the radar.
All right, here we go with a flip. Dom flopping the nuts.
Pair it up. Pair it up. Oh my God.
No bear dong. They're going to take it down. Flopping the nut flush.
And holding.
All right, he's putting a dent in there, so.
Yeah, the cumulative winnings are pretty stark.
Yeah, so in between hands, a flip. Carlos Assassin, AJ Danny all up. Biggest loser so far. JD down about 5K. Paolo down about 10K. Take a look at these VPIP percentages. Carlos up top, 36%.
How about that?
Three players total, 30% VPIPs and up. That's AJ, Dong, Danny, and Cashman so far at 20 and 13%. Cashman's card distribution tonight.
Yeah, has not been good.
It has not been good, so. Take a look at these stack sizes right here. Low stacks, Danny and Cashman. Dom, Carlos, and Paolo, 36K, 24K, about 17K respectively in their stacks.
And everyone agrees to just chuck it down to
I can't believe the bullshit you raised.
Whatever you see is fine.
Let me tell you what I have.
You guys got intel or something?
JWin, I love JWin. JWin's so good for a stream. It's fun. B pimping about 25%. JD here with the bet. Oh, just kidding. JJ with 2 pair of 6s and 5s.
Yeah, but you're not hating this with ace-3 either.
Right.
So, oh, wow. Now you're liking it less because any pair is just crushing.
Be interesting to see if the bet's here. On this board specifically, ace-high can be good a lot of times. So raising a 3-bet, yeah, it could be good here a decent amount of the time.
I'm still trying to think through the check with the 9-6. I'm not so sure I want to risk a check. Now he gets the bet here, but there was a little bit of a risk to that.
Yeah. JD has a lot of the overpairs with a 3-bet pre-flop. 10s plus, 9s plus, maybe even.
You have to be much more specific.
Somebody told me that you want to be how do you guys normally celebrate like those big milestones?
Paolo, is it cool? Do you have to drink?
It's more about the client, not
Can you
us.
taste? I drink from you guys.
Might go have a drink.
Yeah, anybody wants to drink, you're more than welcome. It's your firm, right? Yeah. Jameson.
That's me in the background asking for a drink.
I'm just looking further up the chat there. I see looks like Lego busted and then rebought. And back up to 100K. Goes that way sometimes, doesn't it?
Oh, wow. AJ Fulls there is concerned about an overpair.
Interesting. I don't think I could find a fold there.
Yeah.
I'd have a lot of trouble finding that button. You'd have to be real convincing.
Yeah, AJ playing a little more snug than they've seen in past streams before, so.
I'm probably gonna go.
That's me.
I'm actually going out outside either tonight or tomorrow morning.
Yeah. No, I drove. I'm staying with 2 guys, and they might be heading there tonight. If they head there tonight, I'm gonna go tonight. But if not, then I'm gonna get a hotel here and get some sleep.
I might go to Choctaw tonight too.
Everybody's
going to.
I'm going tonight for sure.
God damn it! I need a day off, man.
Like I assume hotels supposed to be way cheaper.
Even if I don't play, just to go up there and just chill, play some cash.
I think we're moving the drive from the morning. I'll get up there late tonight, yes, but then I can just sleep and roll out to breakfast and go get my seat in the event.
Thank God I don't have anything tomorrow until
At hour-long levels, you don't even have to be in a rush to be there at the start.
That's true. That's very true.
Just kind of find your pace, get your rest, get your food.
Anybody in the
mind
chat
right.
besides RV Phil going to be playing any of these Choctaw events? I guess it's just the main left here, right?
Well, if RV Phil keeps running deep there, he'll be on another day of that. That's a catch with some of these other events is a lot of their day 2s conflict. So even if you could play the flights, you're really only allowed to run deep in one.
Right. Oh, got a 4-liner to a straight here. No one with a check. JD here, bottom end of the straight. The dummy end.
No, they're going to imagine a lot of jacks are in range,
Yeah.
so it shouldn't take a whole lot to tell this story.
All right, let's see. See if Dom's going to bet here. He's just going to check. Dom knows better. Dom can be a very aggressive player, but he's got a really good feel for the game. Like I said,
He knows when to get out of the way.
Yeah,
usually.
he'll put players in tough spots. All right, who wants to go to Seldos tomorrow? I'm going.
He like in basically investor buys in like commercial ones like shopping centers.
Big time.
Six raises for 150. 7 and 8 fold.
Getting a raise with the Queen Jack offsuit from the +2. And JWin with the 9s in the cutoff elects to flat call. Surprised he didn't find a 3-bet there.
Right.
And that allows a 10-9 suited coming along in the small blinds as well.
JWin currently the best hand. Some interesting turn cards though. 5 diamonds. Does give JWin the flush draw. Brings him some additional straight draws. Board becoming slightly more connected.
2 bets 400. 6 fold.
And JWin's probably going to peel here in position.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I think if somebody had an ace, they would have heard from it on the flop.
What is the main?
It doesn't make any sense to do anything crazy here, I don't think.
I bet you if Assassin misses, he's going to barrel here. He's going to barrel big.
2 each day. 4 is
Not many 7s in range. He could have. I mean, I guess Assassin has the 7s in range, but he'd have to continue with like.
It's about as good as Jay could have hoped, actually, with the 9s. So
7, 6, 7, 8 suited would have to continue here.
I mean, to get to the river with only 1 over card.
JWin
Take the check, absolutely.
All right. JWin, they're putting a dent in his loss so far. With the exception of Carlos, not too many chips flying, slinging around.
Wins a big case, win the big game.
Right.
good day.
Were you there when he was telling us, like he was telling us about this case that he had?
No, I didn't hear it. You mentioned it, and I heard them talking about it a little bit on the table.
Yeah, so like he had like vehicles seized from against the company. I can talk about it because he posted it on social media. So.
Okay. They can talk about that part.
Yeah. No. He was saying.
Especially in that game on Saturday or something. Dude, I saw it's unbelievable. It's all good. We're going to get them by the end of the year.
I guess they might let you in.
By the end of the year, yeah. If I make it, then we'll
Just got 7th place.
You'll make
Kind
it.
of blind out.
At this point,
Just promise me you'll get Z.
I bet you, you're not going at the rate that I'm going. This is true.
But you have a lot more money than that's all you know.
It's not proportional. No. I smoke the pain, man. This might be my last. We're proportionally.
I knew that's what I was doing. That's the scary part of it, John. Is that if you left that, you probably put the same as the goal as you had 100 bullets left.
I did that one time. On the way home, I knocked the roof. Are you serious?
All right, let's see what we got going on here. JWin and AJ currently going to be chopping the spot. Now a jack wins it, but no one has a jack. I foresee this going chat all the way around. Going to give you a chop pop between AJ and JWin.
I still have not beat AJ in a half.
In this fucking game, you get stuck about 20K and you
Like a second hand.
back in the day, you get stuck. My big box is
Have you checked out the new TCH yet?
I have not. No. No. Well, you know what's going on. I haven't checked out anything hardly.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's going on. I haven't. It's either sleeping, eating, or live stream or tournament.
I haven't mentioned it on the stream, but yeah, I got back from Choctaw last weekend. Came here, commentated on Monday, and went home to a flooded house.
Yeah. That kind of sucks.
That's been nonstop, which is actually why I had my room booked already for to go up to Choctaw tonight. Was so that I wouldn't have to sleep around all the fans and all the other stuff drying the house out. So it's been a fun week. So yeah, I did not get out to play anything. I still played a little online. But you know, if you're wondering why I missed yet another Katie's game this month, that is why.
Well, that's a good reason. Gonna be a 3-bet here. Oh, he's Chris Cashman here. Potential 4-bet. It's kind of like it's stacked up so like he's gonna have to rip it, right? I think his stack size is incorrect.
It's definitely incorrect because I saw
some two yellows.
I saw some yellows there, yeah. Well, it looks like there's another stack sitting close to him. Look at that.
Check.
Yeah, that stack is not right.
Check it next hand. Yeah, 4-bet here by Cashman. Oh, wow. Look at this in the straddle. Paolo with kings. What is going on?
It's already
here?
a 4-bet pot, and you look down to kings.
I remember last year, February. Sunday night.
What if Danny's going to rip it? Yeah. He's in position. You just call. Yeah.
Came back here on Sunday and gets him again. I don't know how much money on that night.
What's that saying?
I'm surprised Paolo didn't go ahead and go for it a bit.
Right.
Not sure what Cashman's actual stack is. We're pretty sure that number's not right, but
Yeah.
I think
it may be updated here in a second. I'll find out very shortly.
I think he could have put the pressure on him for sure. Maybe he held off
Wow.
the other stacks still in.
What a flop for Cashman, especially with Danny having ace-queen there.
Big Daddy Chad
Super small blocker.
Yeah, I think if Danny's had been suited, he probably is still in here, but got away with that.
Even better card, turning some additional equity. Definitely Cashman's going to be barreling here. He tried to deny some equity against maybe some flush draws. Maybe target some middling pairs that are, you know, like 8, 9, 10 jacks maybe?
Yeah, you want to definitely keep those in, so sizing wise, I don't think I'd go too polar here. I'd keep it
1100
nice.
the 1/3.
Tight
Like
size.
size.
You want that dog juice, huh? Big bad chest. Turn down the dog juice.
I was like 2
Actually, he showed up.
at that point, I've been playing 10 hours.
Yeah. Oh, 10 hours.
I thought you after 12. I started the game at 2. So oh, at 2, yeah. Like, what about the Alex?
You know the Alex guy that played on Super Live?
Oh, Mexican.
Yeah.
Does he play your game? He does when he's in town. He hits me when he's in town.
Paolo deep in the tank there, but does find the fold with the kings.
I was supposed to go. I had ace.
I prefer to play big stuff.
Danny telling the truth about his hand. Thinking that through. Said he was supposed to go all in there. Got away with it. Got away from it. But who knows? May have saved him if Hart was coming on the river. That would have been a lot of trouble. They went with 10-9 suited in the +2. Definitely going to find an open here. Just 125. Might not have. Do we not have the straddle on this one? No, there is a straddle.
I don't even care about that. I think the right play.
Interesting sizing there. And just flops all of it.
Nice little flop for JWin here with pretty much all the equity in his hand.
He's not hating that.
It's going to give AJ an opportunity to continue now.
Anyone with an ace is just hit, and you picked up a flush draw.
I mean,
and
if he's got king, if he's got king queen, he's got king queen. He's definitely not fooling there. Brick on the turn. Probably, I wonder if what sizing he's going to use here. Maybe he's going to try to target a jack or an ace.
Like you got to go for the ace and hope he has it.
Big bet, 750 maybe, 3/4. Yeah, I like the size.
There you go.
Bet.
7.
I feel like I know what I'm talking about, but when I get faced with the reality of playing 1-2, it just never works out in reality.
There was a piece of my brain that was questioning: do you do a slight over bet?
It's gonna be tough for him to fold here. Can you explain the straddle? So it's 10-25 with a 25 big blind ante. Some of these players are putting on the 50. So and this game is considered the third blind. Yeah, good size is going to get AJ to call here. JWin after this hand. Oh, he's hesitating here, AJ. Would have seen a snap call under normal circumstances. Going to make the call. Going to see the bad news with the 10. All right, JWin.
Getting healthier. Getting healthier.
Win all the small ones, who win all the big ones.
Yeah.
All the big one, I get all the $600.
I don't think he was going to get a whole lot of more money out of that. I mean, the pre-flop raise size was interesting. I thought that was on the smaller side. So potentially could have gotten a little bit more there. That might have enabled a slightly larger river bet, but we're talking a matter of hundreds. It was never going to get to be a huge pot there.
And also, I try not to sell action on the side. Not that I know of. I think last week was still there. I don't think we get him to be.
All right, Cashman here finally picking up some cards. Distribution a lot better. Again, his stack size I think is incorrect. Yeah, it's definitely, he got like about 7K in his stack, give or take.
Well, that number's up to 5 now on here. So
in this configuration, I'm almost positive it is considered like a third blind. Yes, it's straddle. It's a live straddle, so it's, you know, it comes back to him. But I'm pretty sure the 50 is on every hand, right?
It appears to be.
It appears to be. I haven't checked every hand.
I don't think I've seen the double straddle really come into play, though.
Again, surprisingly, I haven't seen the double straddle on, like you said.
I mean, there is the extra ante in there that might be alleviating some of that.
Yeah. Again, I don't think there's a ton of study material on these 3-blind games and on these like big blind anti-cash games. So
no, I think the combination is is uncharted territory. Yeah. There's definitely some experienced cash players that put a lot of time into the 3-blind games because they're pretty common.
Yeah. So I was talking to Moneymaker. Yeah, he was telling me that's more of like a Texas thing. You'll see it like max paid money at the Hustler is like 10, 20, 40. But most of those other streams, they'll advertise it like 100, 200, 400, but like the 400 is the actual straddle versus like a third blind. So, you know, like our games are like 5, 10 quarter, and then the 50 is going to be the straddle. It's a quote unquote true 3-blind game.
Got an open and early position from Danny with the ace-queen offsuit and a flat on the button with the medium pocket pair of 7s for Paolo. So the ace-high flop, that's going to be a pretty straightforward hand here.
And all right, as we get to the tail end of the stream, thanks for tuning in here. Gonna probably get close to 100 hands in, all things considered.
Yeah, the pace of play has been reasonable.
Yeah. So I was talking to JWin, trying to get these streams to get more 8-handed versus 9-handed. Kind of like that idea. Now, with that being said, then if somebody busts and you're playing 7-handed, if I can't find an alternate, so.
Right. Sometimes it's nice to see a little space around the table.
Yeah. Guys can spread out a little bit more. Assassin flop and top pair here. Probably just going to check it through. Maybe we're going to try to start betting on the turn. 7 of clubs brings in some backdoor straight draws, backdoor club draws. No one with clubs, though. Dong here going to bet the queen. Assassin's definitely going to make the call. Dong's here going to check. I wonder if he's going to check full, check call. Small bet. Very small bet. 40-45% of pot. Targeting a queen there.
River draft assassin.
You ready for the ball?
Yeah. I folded it. Fucking dog. What you-
Touche. Good point, Kim. I like the 3-blind game because then you're going to see a lot more action. You're going to see a lot more multi-way flops. Especially when like a 3-blind game, then you're going to see a lot of players, especially at the 5-5-10 quarter. Even at the 5-10-25 level. You see a lot of these players put the 50 on for the 5-10 quarter. The 5-5-10, they're going to put the quarter on. So.
By the way, Ed said that if you guys want to play a little longer on stream, you can. Like you can keep the stream on for a little extra time.
Not worry about it. 4 raises, 225. 5 fold, 6 fold.
All right, AJ picking up a hand here. Queen's middle position going to open. Carlos going to call and try and set mine with the 4s. Go 3 ways. Don defending. Going to call on the button with Jack-9 offsuit. AJ here with the best hand. Double blocking straight draws. Carlos is probably going to fold here. Dom's probably going to call. Going to see one street here. Dom is just going to make the fold there. Kim's saying concerned about these moves in the high stakes community, the pros, the good players constantly trying to get the games to do what's good for them.
I'll play, but just for a little bit. I don't know how late.
Yeah, no, I mean that's good discussion. Like I like it, like talking about it from a poker community.
Ed was up there last one. He came straight from the office. 50, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it says channel.
Yeah. 3 folds higher. 4 folds, 5 folds, 6 folds.
That's a definitely interesting perspective from both Kim and Mark. I like it.
7 raises, 125.
So Chris jumps back in the booth. Oh, sorry about that. Talking about these big blind games, these big blind cash games are versus 3 blind games. I just wanted to mix it up to kind of see how it would do. Oh, look at this. AJ with bottom full house. No need to really check raise. Well, unless you're putting on ace king or something like that, or king queen. Yeah. Always you're blocking king queen. This is an even better card for AJ because he's hoping that obviously it's not good for actual JD's holding hand.
This is a card where he feels like he can potentially go for some big value.
Yeah, definitely could be represented because he was. AJ just left called with the 4s. JD has all the aces and the kings here. I mean, it's kind of like if he's got ace king, he's got ace king, but AJ's never going to be folding here, ever. 3 of hearts is I say a complete brick. It brings in backdoor flush draw, but it's going to be tough for someone to continue with just hearts on this unless they have like king X of hearts, right? King X of hearts. So So
Were you surprised by the call with Queen Jack there on the turn?
no, so AJ checked, JD bet. JD was the original pre-flop
okay.
aggressor, so he just double barreled.
Thought I read that the other way.
Yeah, so 70 viewers in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. About a half hour left in the stream, about 15 minutes of actual play. Rough start on the tech side here in the booth. Got it squared up. I'm going to be messing with all that stuff post-stream to make sure I don't jump off the building. I was either considering jumping off the building or standing in traffic after that. I was like on Omega tilt. Chris knows.
Chris rush hour, there was plenty of traffic out there.
Yeah. Chris knows I'm a pretty even kill guy. Like, even bad poker play, I'm just like, whatever. But, yeah, I definitely used some bad words earlier on. Omega tilt, and I did get approval for a new computer. So, I accomplished what I needed to accomplish.
It was probably good it was the two of us in here. Keep it calm.
Yeah. That's when I get back on. I'm like, yeah, everything's good now, guys. JD going to 3-bet here. Ace-8 suited. Paolo here. Probably going to make the call. All right.
What? Thank you.
There just aren't many hands that do much with this board. Paolo taking a good amount of time trying to figure out what to do with his sixes there, and he does fold the best hand.
I think JD was actually targeting a hand specifically like that, you know, like middling pairs.
There's just not much that's super strong on that type of board.
Yeah, and especially considering the pre-flop action of bet and 3-bet. You know, if Paolo has like better over pairs, he could come back in for a 4-bet. So I think he opened. I think he raised called that flop or pre-flop. Sorry. 80 viewers in the chat. I always love how we get like a significant spike in viewers in the last 30 minutes.
Always towards the end.
Yeah. Let's just stay tuned in the earlier part of the stream. So, but nonetheless, thanks for joining in, tuning in, having this 10 quarter big blind ante here at Poker House, Dallas Poker House Live. A little bit of an action-packed lineup. Biggest winner so far. I want to pull that up. Y'all are going to be really happy for our current biggest winner. Cashman here with Ace King. Also the small blind is going to 3-bet. Finally picking up some hands. Was pretty spot dead for the first 2.5, 3 hours of the stream.
And he's not going to mess around with it with the 3-bet and the small blind.
Yeah, all right,
exactly as he should.
All right, let's take a look at cumulative winnings. Up top, Carlos Cortez. I'll give you that right here, RV Phil. Carlos Cortez up top. Up 11.5. Assassin up about 5,800. AJ 5,400. Small wins for Cashman and Danny. Our biggest losers tonight so far. Don, who came in about halfway through the stream, down about 6K. Bought in for 40K. Paolo down about 13K. All right, take a look at these VPIP percentages.
And Don lost like half of that one. The first hand he played.
AJ Carlos second in VPIP percentage. Pretty high up there.
If you're running bad, I probably wouldn't have it.
Blind versus under the gun straddle. Check. Feel like it's a tournament in the blind versus blind spot. This is going to check pre-flop.
And check.
Paolo has the best hand there. I think if Carlos had ace here, okay. So he's going to check here. Oh, Carlos turning to the best hand. Going to bet 100. Third pot. I think Carlos like, Paolo.
He legitimately just peeled that off the top.
Now, there's
like,
fours here all day.
I don't think he calls another bet. So
I think I wonder if Paolo's like fair.
He might now that it checked.
Yeah, about 60%, and he folds the best hand.
He would have folded to another barrel for sure, but you gave him the opportunity.
Yeah,
and he went for
you
it.
kind of waved the white flag there.
Yeah, that was the old check bet check line, which I've heard a number of coaches say is super weak.
Right.
And so he appropriately attacked that.
All right. Mark, are you still in the chat? So you've had 3 hours to ask for permission to play tomorrow's stream.
I thought I saw him in there not too long ago still.
I'm half kidding, half serious for the record. Carlos here with a student 7-9. I love that hand for some reason. Not on that flop though. Check, bet, fold. Okay, Cashman's just gonna check here. I think if it gets checked too, well, let's see what Carlos is gonna do here. And Cashman checks that flop. Oh. Did he just open fold? I'm almost positive he just oh no, okay, it was a check bet. Check bet fold. All right, guys. Saw Kim post about it on Facebook. Good friend of ours plays here at Poker House Dallas. Habib's restaurant reopening back up tomorrow. Sell the Mediterranean off Beltline in Addison. Beltline and the Tollway, I believe, is going to be reopening tomorrow. Let's go support him tomorrow at some point. If I'm going to go, I'm going to be going, I don't know, between lunch and 4, because I'm just going to be working. It'll be 17 days in a row that I work once Eric's come back, so I'm working till Monday. It'll be 17 days in a row. Let's go. Danny, gonna open. Ace Queen offsuit assassin gonna call. 7s. Carlos looks like he's called. Oh, would have loved to see a 3-bet there from Carlos. Dong's gonna call 4 ways.
Okay, that's fine. But if they say we can't play 5-10-25, we're just gonna come here. It's gonna be hard to explain. Danny said he's in already. Did he? Why they were in the big? Did he? He said he's in with that. Danny, Cody, Kyle. Yeah. You. That's already half the game. That's already 6 out of 9. He said he was in also. Huh? Maybe Regis as well. I might be down just out of At least go TJ if they say no. If they started, well, I guess it's like the opposite. We'll only play if we have to. Oh, you guys have no issue to it? I'm just bugging everything to go back. Sing to the Jinko. From like a business perspective, what are they? They're we're going to do what they say.
I'm just messing. Wife is working late. I thought it's fine. I was just messing with you. I just need to know if I need to fill a spot or not. So I did just have. When I text you and I said somebody backed out last minute, they really did back out last minute.
Cashman, just show up. Cashman, just show up and give everybody down California, Mike, Texas. Don't Vegas. I don't. No, the California is notorious low cap.
Only one player that wins in my game. The house.
Here's a 1-2. Here's a 40. Get that off the ground. The rate is $6.
Yeah.
Free flop, right?
Let us play. Some online sites now, they do that shit. 40 to 20 big blinds, 20 big blinds, whatever.
So while they're all talking on the table about how bad the rake and the low caps are in cash games in other parts of the country, it just shines a light without them saying it directly. Texas is the place to play. We are in a prime situation as a poker player, especially
I'm
in the
double
cash
checking,
games.
Mark. I got your text. No, yeah, I know. You're correct.
I was, oddly enough, one of the guys that was helping with the repairs at my house from the flooding. He's a poker player also. We actually got into quite a bit of a conversation about that. And I was like, yeah, this is the time. Got to be playing now while it's a time-based game, not a pot rate game, because while we're all pushing for things to formalize the legality, that's very likely to lead to rake, and you're not going to have the same situation you've got right now. So get out here and play.
I just got confirmation. They will not be ready till after 5 tomorrow, Mark. So no lunch tomorrow at Zelda's. So
Actually, Cashman, you had a good point about whether it might be moved, because that might not be where the big. I still think it's important to take a stand in principle.
Why ban it? Yeah, why is it?
Don't take the option away.
Why do we have to ban them to play what you want?
More options is always better, no matter what the situation is. Period.
My suggestion is just to do Poker House like our business. If we're not going to be able to play with one, we're just going to give our business.
Better security, better parking, nicer people.
They're willing to cooperate. Even with that heavy we've been playing, they're so willing to go bend over backwards.
We do to have their experience.
They have a host back there for us. They do everything. And they're excited that we want to play here.
It's like the other places, you're doing them a favor.
They recognize that it means something to players here to see that there's a big game going on. It's actually good for their business as well. Even at a $13 an hour set.
Because their game's always full, that's why.
Legitimacy, where you're playing, I was playing the Poker House with a big table. Oh, wow, yeah, I heard about that. Blah, 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 blah. Did you hear about so-and-so?
Exactly.
Over the other place, oh, I got asbestos. Yeah.
A lot of businesses. Because a lot of businesses are like that.
all right, not too much going on this hand. JD with ace high.
Exactly what happened. We start saying
Nope, but I was loving the table talk.
Paolo getting there on the river. Jenga.
Making the same $13 an hour no matter what table.
A little value bet.
Everyone's talking
JD may call here. Ace high could be good here in some spots.
It's great advertising for this place.
He could be bluffing with Queen X, King X, and not thinking. And AJ may be thinking ace high is good here. Good smart fold. I'm not gonna lie. I may call there with ace high, based off the checks flop turn.
I've called with worse.
Yeah.
But he take a big swing, he can lose a lot.
Yeah, but that French accent's so fucking annoying.
Carlos is my favorite. So before some of these guys started playing over here, obviously I only know them from watching down the road on the live stream.
Right.
And you don't really get to talk to them because you're just watching them play, and they'll have some table banter and whatnot, right? Gosh, when Carlos came here, played, one of the first few times I met Carlos, literally, it's he says he comes in here booth. He had a really good session. He goes, knock knock, who's there? He's like, OC who? He's like, that's right, nobody or something.
I remember that.
I was like, I couldn't stop laughing. I was like choking. JWin here gonna get spicy with the six is gonna get 3-bet to a late position raise, button raise from Dong. Danny Mark's gonna come in with a 4-bet here.
So a 3-bet in the 6s out of the small blind. Remember, he flatted earlier with the 9s in position in the cutoff. So you can see his approaches.
Ship it. Lots of dead money here. Yeah, fold. So.
You know the 3 words that Brian hates in here? Thank you. Thank you. You see him now? He hates thank you. He knows by tipping, then he's at 1, then he has to say thank you. He hates that. So he doesn't get.
There's a guy that's probably funny the most tonight.
No. I'm down from me.
One tiny pots for you.
Tiny to you, sir. Congratulations. For me, it's rent.
Carlos, you're
Highly doubt it.
It's always been those greedy Carlos.
Just the things I care about.
It's not like he's a player.
Like an arbitrary, he actually wins.
Wow.
He wasn't sitting down. I should have paid more attention.
It's kind of like that by now. Not a daytime ride. Play with you guys
Friday is my best.
That's like Cody does.
Okay, I totally said that joke wrong. I got it, Kim. So it was knock who's there. It was like OFC who exactly got it. That was the joke. And that's what I found out about the ugly sweater. You heard about that story, right?
No, I did not hear the ugly sweater.
So down the road they had at TCH they had an ugly sweater Christmas party. Oh yeah, and then Carlos had a sweater of OFC. He's like, isn't this the ugliest thing you ever seen? And then OFC wore that sweater to one of our streams here. It was great. So good banter here. All right, tail end. We're gonna get 100 hands.
I do remember that stream. Kim played on it too, didn't she?
I think she played on the TCH one where he revealed it, and the one where Carlos revealed it, and then I believe the one where OC actually wore it here. I believe she played that stream. I believe it was actually a PLO stream.
Yes. Danny's got a hand I think he can do something with.
Now, out of curiosity, as it comes to the tail end of a stream, you see guys, like a guy that hasn't been playing a ton of hands, and he's like raising. Now he had ace king last hand, his ace is this hand, so he's obviously not like bluffing. But do you ever wonder if these guys are just trying to make moves, knowing that there's only like 10 to 15 minutes left in the stream?
Absolutely. It's got to cross your mind, right?
Yeah. Okay. So Kim,
and that was a huge size there, going for 700 on the 3-bet.
All right, so Habib said he's ready for everybody after 5 tomorrow. So I'm double checking the hours if he's gonna have no more hours after tomorrow. So some love to Habib.
Let's try it out. Not too much longer. Get down. Yes.
All right, just a few hands left. Are they saying they want to play 7 deuce for the last 10 minutes? I don't know if they're playing. I don't know if they're going into overtime or not. So I gave them the option to go into overtime for a little bit. I said not more than 30 minutes overtime.
Right.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Why were they going to play?
Drive to Oklahoma.
What's that? But you're not driving to tonight. You're not driving.
I'm driving tonight. Yeah.
You are? Oh wow. Do you have your stuff with you?
They're good. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't need that much. Friday's a day 1. Saturday's a day 1. Play Friday. Come back home. Go back up on Sunday. Hopefully take that into playing on Monday and having to call into work.
I think that's good. But it doesn't even go there. Did you hear what we're saying? Pacifist. No. Did you hear what we're saying there?
I'm trying to convince Habib to open. I'm trying to convince Habib to open for lunch tomorrow. All right. Carlos here with the best hand with top pair. Yeah, I was going to make the call. Let's go, Carlos. Having a great stream. Back-to-back streams down the road at TCH and tonight up. So,
I talked about this is what happened. This is what happened. We're talking about all the time. I can't remember.
Life is good.
We assumed we had multiple sources. Right, and I was like, oh, someone else talked to Mike, or he's like, no, so.
It's Kyle. If it was like, if it was Paolo, it's up in the air. Right, if it was Paolo, right.
this is confirmed. The restaurant schedule hours for Habib's restaurant. Okay, if you guys are wanting to know, tomorrow he reopens at 5 p.m. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to make it because I'm going to be running the stream. And on Saturday, he's going to be open from 11 to 11. So, grand reopening tomorrow at 5 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. Zelda, I'm going to put up one more time, Mr. Habib. Very happy for him. Opened up Zelda. These are, for the record, I've tried about half of these. Actually, like 6 of these things. And it's pretty damn good. Like probably the best Mediterranean. And don't worry, I'll go back to the live stream when something of substance happens. Nothing quite just yet, but all right, guys.
I've heard it was good. The one time I commentated when he was playing, though, we did not have it out there, so I have not had a chance to try that yet.
Probably try to go there Saturday. All right, so we're gonna go 3 ways to this flop with just under 700.
We all obviously truly believe Kyle's relay actively. I think the other side of it is just because it wasn't a full statement.
Look at this. Cashman flopping bottom set. Dong with top pair. Could get to be a big pot depending on the run out. Small bet here.
Like maybe if 3 people come and ask, like, is this really?
Yeah, Dong's definitely not folding in this spot.
Like a rule of thumb, but if there's
Make it extra spicy.
Yeah.
And throw out another diamond or something.
It's not like an out in front.
I think you should continue small. Let's see what size we go. 500, 400 to 600, 500 to 600.
Yeah, you don't want to scare off the aces yet.
All right, that's a good 500 to 600. Gonna get a small. He's targeting aces here, so now the front door flush gets there.
This is supposed to be a social club, and it's supposed to be for the players. If the management starts directing what you can and can't do and all that could be. It's not good for that. It's not a good look. 3 bets. They need to.
60% pot. Don cannot like this triple barrel from Cashman here. Front door flushes get there. Better aces are there.
If you're not directing.
Don in a tough spot. It's not as easy, you know, like it's a weird run out. I mean, it's not a pre-flop actually was raise and call.
They're supposed to be a social club. They had to call themselves the Texas Social Club. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the members club.
Right.
Let's see.
So I say the 5.
Yeah, he's gonna move. He's got the column chips in his hand. He's trying to see if he's up against a better ace or a front door flush that hits there. I mean, Cashman's not that like. I mean, only 4 or 5 suited. Yeah. Wow, what a fold here from
Finds the
Dom.
fold. Nice.
Oh, Cashman doubled through OFC last night this week, Kim. Yeah,
I think what's the worst hand that's triple barreling there? Yeah, it's probably even a better ace than yours.
Yeah, like ace 10 suited, ace 10 and above.
Yeah, I like people with good spirit.
Place open 9 a.m. yesterday. It's been 36 hours.
People were going batshit earlier. Like Steven said it a book in the group chat, but I think it's warranted. Like it's pretty ridiculous.
I mean, I don't think it's
Like JD said, because it's not official policy. It's not like we're not questioning what Kyle said, but just like if 3 or 4 people really like ask about it or clarify, it might be. It was an offhand comment.
I would have liked to seen a 3-bet there, or a raise from Dong there. I've seen him raise these types of hands before, especially when getting full. Oh no, I'm sorry. I totally misread his position. So my bad. AJ here, back again with the AJ.
Still, it was a limp.
Oh, Paolo with the same hand, backward suits.
Did he pull top there on the
Oh wow. That's gross, Kim. I totally missed it. I wish working Wednesdays suck. Working Wednesdays suck. Not really. I mean, it's good, but OC Rose was 4-5. OC flopped the wheel and Cashman deuces on the flop. Board pairs on the turn. That's disgusting.
Kyle can't remember like what movie he watched
Dong here flops middle pair with a flush draw. Paolo and AJ both with overcards. Paolo with the ace of diamonds for the nut flush blocker. Big, okay, not a big bet, just kidding. 1,200 to 3,900. Slightly under third pot. Dong's not going anywhere when he has a piece of this. I wonder if he's contemplating coming in for a raise. And he does come in for a very hefty raise. 3.5x. Yeah, Paolo's just not ever going. I mean, Paolo's just not going to call here. And so here's the thing, right? He has a nut flush blocker, right? So it's less likely that Dong is quote unquote bluffing here. Now Dong does have 2 diamonds here, so you know if Paolo has a different ace or doesn't have a diamond, show him the 7 at least. At least show him the 7. Oh, it doesn't no show.
I was willing to. Thank you, Dom. Not Dom was playing.
Wait, we're playing with the Tiffany.
I'm 100.
We're playing 7 deuce, right?
Yeah.
Why are they playing 7 deuce for the last few minutes?
Well, if you can't find a spot to, you know, shove late, then you can find a spot to get gambly.
Then instantly off.
Got a little warmer in this room in this last 30 minutes, speaking of.
5 more. Off stream 7 deuce off? Why is that?
And straddle, yeah. Like
5 hands.
JWin with pocket kings. And it goes for that same small size he used earlier with the 10-9 suited.
Right.
Similar position as well, too. He was either +1 or +2 on that 10-9 hand. Ideal board on the flop. Can't be happy with the fact that it checked through.
Right.
It's just for a small little delayed c-bet, if you will.
And sometimes I like to see delay c-bet on certain board textures. Bad or river card for JWin here. Carlos just running good. And JWin knows it's probably not a good card for him. I wonder if he's going to go into check call mode or if he's going to try to like block bet. He knows he doesn't like that. I can tell he doesn't like that card. I mean, obviously Carlos reverses 2 pairs, so but so even just the ace itself.
But outside of that,
yeah,
it also completes the front door flush draw.
It does complete the front door flush.
It's like everything that was getting there with you.
Yeah, and Carlos is just, you know, I don't think he's going to be able to, he may raise here. I don't know. He has a club at a low.
Front door flush getting in, I think just a call. Reopening action is such a dangerous
that's
move.
It's like, so he bets 350 into a pot of.
And let's not forget, JWin has the nut flush blocker.
Yeah. He's not folding ever. Unfortunate river card there for JWin. I mean, obviously Carlos had the ace, so he would have won with the ace regardless of him rivering 2 pair. But
I think if he'd raised there and reopened it, the fact that Jay had the nut flush blocker could have come into play, and he could have gotten really spicy if he wanted to.
Why say that?
I thought I was going to lose, that's why I was going to give you green. How'd you get into the stars there, fucking Mark?
Is this stacking JWin bounty just for Dong only?
Well, Dong's one of my poker heroes, so I want to show off and flex it for him.
I need to send you my result for this year, so you won't think I'll be your hero anymore. You
Let me be my hero.
You're like, man, let me play in the game he played in. Like, you got to talk to the...
Yeah, I think we got about 2 or 3 more hands.
650.
That's what I feel like I do.
Four bet here. Carlos is just not going anywhere. Jacks. Paolo's definitely going to be done with this hand.
Do I doze off and wake up to JWin with the same hand?
Gosh. It's a really strong line. We haven't had too many 4 bets tonight.
And out of the straddle, I think we've only once seen someone else wake up with a monster in the straddle tonight.
Got 3 hands together.
Dan is my favorite. Let's go.
Just reloaded.
Carlos doesn't like this 4 bet. A lot of people kind of like
doesn't.
tank call in this spot.
Wow. You're running so pure tonight, and this is, it just feels like a spot where it's like, wow, I could just lose a ton right back
not
here.
gonna like that. JWin's not gonna like that when he goes back and watches it. Carlos saving a ton of money on the and not just calling the.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, so. Well, yeah, so I'll shoot you a text. He sends me the information, but he opens back up tomorrow. So I'm definitely going there tomorrow. I text him. I had a better pick.
I never talk about my hands, but if I say something, I wouldn't lie. I had a bigger pair.
JWin was not lying. He did not pull an OFC that hand, so.
It's getting the hands, but he's not able to generate the pots.
Yeah, and that sucks,
to win.
especially like when you're down, like you start getting these hands towards the end of the stream. Kind of like Danny too. Danny's kind of like quietly like done really well on this stream. Oh, that's gangster. AJ here playing the 7 deuce game without playing the 7 deuce game.
Well, they got it on, remember?
Oh, you're right. They did put it on. You're right. JD.
Nice flop for him.
Super nice flop. Some gutters, front door clubs. JD's not going anywhere. Danny's done with the hand.
Yeah, nothing to work with at all there.
Sorry, Carlos, 1 second.
Carlos is so rude.
Yeah, you see this late at night sometimes. You just start doing silly things, mistakes that you don't normally do at the poker table, but especially tournament days.
Right.
Oh gosh, at the end of a long tournament day, seems like everyone starts making those
10.
Those basic etiquette mistakes. That just makes things even better for JD.
Right. A cajillion.
Yeah, he's now open-ended with the flush draw.
Seven or queen?
Well, the only card he would have liked better would have been 10 of clubs.
Yeah. Ton of equity. He's just not going anywhere on this hand. No.
You're trying to learn and you ask JD.
And I think irrespective of the river card, I think...
Well, AJ's going to like this actually with his 7 deuce and the 7 of clubs. I mean, this is not the worst run out when you're trying to steal a pot with 7 deuce.
JD just came in for the raise, so AJ... Oh, is he going to do it?
Can't do it. Can't do it. I think he was liking this run out until this moment. It felt like a board he could have gone for.
Just a few more hands here for this 10 quarter big blind inning.
JD jammed the motherfucker 75K in Austin. We'll have queen. 75K. So 1,600 ain't shit. All right?
I love Assassin.
Assassin, he didn't have
People
queens.
told me, and then I what?
Assassin, he didn't have queens, he had jacks though. So.
Right.
You got jacked.
Yeah, I wouldn't jam 75K
But
with
he's
jacks.
asking you about calling
I wouldn't jam
1600.
75K with
I'm just
jacks.
telling him a story.
Jen,
Jen,
Assassin,
75K.
Jacks maybe like 60K.
Yeah.
60K with jacks.
Yes, 75K.
75K.
150K pop. Okay, so you're asking the wrong guy. So when I ask that shit, ask me.
I'll tell you what Assassin will do.
Oh. Yes.
Always. Doesn't matter.
Come on.
Don't
I'm
tell
not,
him.
I'm not saying what you personally would do. I'm saying what's the poker logic? What should a person, based on the math and the number of chips and the three people behind you?
JWin here. Gonna raise. Yeah, raise out of. No, I'm sorry. There was a raise on the button. Surprised he didn't put in the 3-bet here from a late position raise from Dong.
35K.
Gonna go heads up. King Queen offsuit versus Ace 10 offsuit. JWin flopping the best of it. Top pair. Check call. 300? Is it 300? 225.
Did you raise or just call pre-flop?
No, I went 170, 150.
I don't know the game. He needed 600.
Okay, turning 2 pair here. Hammer lock. I mean, he does need a jack for the. I think he's got a bet here now.
He's
gonna give him
like another river card I don't like.
All right,
he would have called, but just check call mode all the way there.
All right, last hand. Let's get the straddles on. Let's go.
All right, get the straddles on.
Last hand announced.
Where's it at? Cashman, you have it.
That's me.
Ryan fucked it up.
Somebody F something up. I can't say that word on air without getting in trouble. I can say
They've been
some,
saying it enough.
Yeah, they said it. I can say some other words on the stream. I just can't use that one specifically. What's the straddle? 50, 100, 200, 400?
Is it? Yeah, it looks like it might be. I mean, yeah, there's only 2 spots before you're back to the button there.
Yeah. Are they doing it for the last hand?
That's where the straddles get weird.
Do
It's
it for the viewers, for the chat.
You've got post flop position on the button,
okay,
but only
so
2 people are acting before
50,
you make your
100,
decision.
200, wait, 100? Okay, the 50, 100, 200, 400. I got the quadruple straddle. I had to count it on the fingers at the finger count. So quadruple straddle on. JD gonna lay down the king 3.
Wake up with the hand is when you're like, wake up with the hand, wake up with the hand.
JWin can actually, Danny. Oh,
I think normally you do something there on the button, but you got so many people left to act.
Ace 4 of clubs
You just
I
can't
like.
feel
I
good
think
about
he
it.
just didn't want to Danny wanted to lock up his little win here.
Somebody's gonna go out. Oh, I thought he was gonna go
No one going after it?
The sad
King 8
face.
suited. That's got to go after it. Come on. You have to there.
All right, Carlos.
It's just plenty good enough with the amount of dead money sitting out there.
There's a lot of dead money out there. Carlos, if Paolo looks like he wants to make a move right here. I wonder if he is or not. Carlos is like, bro. I think Carlos is like, you know what? I'm having a good night. I'll peel one.
I did think he was going to raise.
It's like a blind versus blind. You like limp call in a tournament. I miss a limp call hand. King 8 suited. Okay.
There we go. There we go.
Paul's gonna probably bet. I think Carlos is gonna call. 1,000, 15, 1,300, 1,200. 1,200, 1,200 is a good size.
It's going a lot smaller.
Well, 700. Okay, super small.
Quarter pot.
Yeah, snap call, check, bet call here, line. I thought I saw
I
him
actually
grab
don't mind raising here.
He could raise it the spot, yeah.
It's a super weak continuation.
Oh, Carlos ain't never going nowhere.
You've got middle pair with a good kicker and backdoor flush draw at that point. And you're not going anywhere now, but
Fuck you, Assassin. Three-handed. Get your thumb. Let's go. Three-handed.
I always play the end.
and Carlos just finishes the night running hot.
Yeah.
Carlos is nice.
Yes, it is.
Anyone going down to Choctaw, good luck. Otherwise, they'll see us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the stream here at Poker House. Really appreciate you. Again, those of you that came back, we lost, had some technical issues. We're going to turn this up here in the booth. All right. I'm going to mess with some tech stuff later. So take a look at these final stats.
I say it looked like it froze on us for a moment.
Yeah. Dong, obviously, bought him for 40K. Lost a little bit. Carlos, our biggest winner. We'll see that with the cumulative winnings. Cashman and Paolo here.
It was all Carlos all the time.
Carlos all day, every day today. Those are stack sizes here. VPIP percentages. Carlos up top with the VPIP, 35%. AJ, 33%. Of course, Dog, we figured he'd be up there, especially towards the end. Low VPIppers. We've got Assassin, Danny, and Cashman. So, again, some of those players just didn't have a ton of great card distribution.
Yeah, I want to say this mirrors or reflects more of the card distribution than it does the players tonight.
Yeah. So, pre-flop raise percentages. Paolo and JD. Most aggressive pre-flop Assassin. I mean, pretty much between Danny and Carlos, 2% delta between the PFR percentages. So that's those four specific players. Let's take a look at these aggression frequency. JD, Paolo, the most aggressive in terms of their frequency percentages. Carlos,
they're all reasonable.
Yeah, all reasonable. The aggression frequency is really reasonable. And most important stat of the night: cumulative wins and losses.
The scoreboard.
Carlos Cortez, the big winner tonight, up nearly $14,000. Assassin up about $6,300. AJ $2,400. Cashman spot dead, card dead for the first 2.5 hours plus. Kind of spun it around.
Still pulls out a win.
Yeah, still pulls out a win up about $2,300. Danny found a way to a big plus. JWin down a pinch. He was down about 4K for a good while.
Yeah, just kind of felt like one of those nights there where you kind of just tread water. You just kind of went with the flow there.
And JD down about 2,800. Dong down about 4,200 for the short time he'd been playing. And Paolo, unfortunately, our biggest loser tonight, down about 17.5, 17.6. So that's it for us in the booth here at Poker House Dallas, Poker House Live. Again, tomorrow we will be running just a normal, smaller 2-5 match stat game. A lot of players are going to be up in Choctaw. You're going to be up in Choctaw. Just a lot of stuff going on. So I'm just going to make it like a little smaller game. Kind of actually want to do that so we can try to spread 2-5 as well. So get players. So
we need more 2-5.
Yeah, and we got a plan for that actually. I talked to Matt and Daniel about it. So 2-5 match to stack live stream. That's that. And then with that being said, that's it for us here in the booth, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow. 2-5 match to stack. Saturday 5-5-10 match to stack. You guys have a good evening. See you soon.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.